Pass rolling to his right. They throw it. The in route to Tanner. Steck makes the catch. Steck dives for the pylon. Touchdown!
Up by the Nuggets and an attack. That'll go for a kill from Anasteer.
Lamar looks for a block, makes a man miss at the 5. End zone touchdown. Swirls. Sets up middle. Jensen for the exclamation point kill.
30, the 20, the 15, the 10, and an 85-yard touchdown run for Landon Olsen.
Ulster Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Hey, welcome everybody. This is Friday Night Light edition here in Lisbon, North Dakota on the 22nd of September. North Dakota Class A 11-man football between the Carrington Cardinals and the Lisbon Broncos. Carrington comes into this game with a record of 4-1, dropping their opening game of the season to Bottineau by a 34-36 margin. And then the Lisbon Broncos enter this game with a record of 3-1, coming off a loss. Their most recent loss was to Central Cass, and that was kind of a drubbing up there in Central Cass 2 weeks ago by a score of 55-0. So Broncos looking to rebound. The Carrington Cardinals trying to keep that winning streak alive, going for 4 in a row here tonight at Broncos Stadium. So we're live. We'll be back here momentarily with some of our coaches' interviews. We'll talk to head coach Mark Moss from the Lisbon Broncos and also head coach from the Carrington Cardinals, Kyle Smith, after a coin toss. So we're going to throw it away, get away from our sponsors, and we'll be back with Coach Moss from the Lisbon Broncos.
Join the Bronco Athletic Booster Group on Facebook to learn more. The Lisbon Athletic Boosters send a good luck wish to all athletes competing today.
I'm Darian Bitts. I'm confident on and off the field. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nb.gov/confident.
I'm Doug Gray. I'm confident during the performance and when it's time for college. I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
Hey, welcome back here to Broncos Stadium. I'm here with Carrington head football coach Kyle Smith. And Coach Smith, you, Carrington Cardinals, you're bringing them into this game with a four-game winning streak. I believe your record now is 4-1. You dropped that opening loss or dropped that opening game to Bottineau, but you've stringed together some pretty impressive wins up there out of Region 2. So just kind of put the bottom line up front here and get you back out to your team. What's it going to take tonight to keep that winning streak alive and walk out of here with a win?
You know, I think getting off to a fast start is key for us, and preventing explosive plays defensively is really important to us. We know Lisbon's a big physical team. We're going to have to stop their run game and make them maybe get into their uncomfortable zone. But really, for us, getting off to a good start, preventing big plays, and then hopefully we can stay in the game that way. All
right, Coach. And then looking over your roster, I do see you guys have quite a few seniors. When I at first thought about Carrington, I kind of thought of a young team, but you do have a number of seniors there, especially on your offensive line, and then your defensive backfield, and then you have a kind of a stud there at your running back with, I believe it's Logan Wininger as a senior also. So what do you look for that leadership from those seniors, and how have they helped you get through the season so far?
Well, exactly that. They're all great leaders. It's been an awesome senior class to coach, and a very unselfish senior class. They don't care who carries the ball, who gets a tackle, who does what. They just want to win the football game. And Logan's obviously a very talented kid, a state 400 champion in track, and his speed is always trouble for other defenses on the field. And we're hoping to get out at night with a healthy team, and hopefully we be competitive and come out with a win.
All right, Coach. And then I did listen to one of your interviews early in the season, and some of your goals, a couple of your goals was going up to rugby and beating rugby. You did that. And then another goal of yours is to make it into the postseason. So how do you feel now almost halfway through the season. Now that I guess you have a 4-1 record, you're here in Lisbon. You know, you're going to see how you stack up against the rest of the part. I guess another part of the state here in Region 1. So how do you feel going forward after this?
Well, we're kind of where we want to be as far as we control our own destiny. You know, we're 4-1 right now, and if we win out, we're in the playoffs, and that's all we can worry about. You know, we're one play away from being 5-0 against Botno, but the kids rebounded very well and have played good football. And like I said, we control our own destiny, and 5 games into the season, that's all you can ask.
All right, Coach, I appreciate coming up here. I'll let you get back to your team, and good luck tonight.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Good luck. Yep. All right, folks, that was Carrington head coach Kyle Smith. We'll step away, and we'll come back for a word, or with a word from Lisbon Broncos head coach Mark Moss.
The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters is a group of parents, coaches, and community members whose mission is to enrich the Lisbon High School athletic community by providing financial support for Lisbon High School athletic programs and events. If you are interested in getting involved, they invite you to join the Bronco Athletic Booster Group on Facebook to learn more. The Lisbon Athletic Boosters send a good luck wish to all athletes competing today.
Hey, welcome back here at Broncos Stadium. I'm here with Lisbon Broncos head coach Mark Moss. Coach, you bring your team in here with a record of 3-1. Started out the season rattling off 3 wins in a row, and then 2 weeks ago went up to Central Cass, suffered a defeat up there. But one thing about your roster that I kind of noticed looking from the start of the season to right now was that the roster's changed a little bit. Can you kind of walk us through what's going on right now as far as the healthier Bronco team and what we can expect to see here tonight?
Yeah, you know, football is a physical game, and you know, from the start of the year to now, we've had to replace a lot of starters. So we've had some injuries. You know, we're starting to get a little healthier. You know, a couple weeks ago, we were missing quite a few kids, and we've been sitting and stewing about that for 2 weeks now, and it's time to put that behind us now and focus on this game and get back on the winning track hopefully tonight.
All right, Coach, and coming into tonight's game, you know, you did have that bye week. And coming off bye week, you really don't know what to expect. Are your players going to come out here ready to compete? You know, fired up and ready to take on Carrington, or they need to knock off a little bit of rust and get into the game or get into the flow of the game?
There's no doubt that we're ready for this football game. Now, how rusty we're going to be, we'll find out here in a few minutes. But we've had a really good week of practice. We watched a lot of tape on Carrington, which is a really good football team. So, you know, I'm excited to see which Bronco football team comes out tonight as we march on into the second half of our season and hopefully a playoff berth.
Hey, Coach, and then looking at the Carrington roster, I guess one of their standout running backs in Logan Winerger is also, I believe, a 400-meter state champion in the 400 meters for Class B. So what do you have to do, I guess, to contain Logan Winerger and the Carrington Cardinals tonight?
Yeah, I've watched him run track, quite a bit, and he's a dude on the track. No, he's fast, and the thing that we're going to have to do is try to slow him down at the line. You know, he likes to get out in space and kind of run north-south. We're going to have to get after him at the line and try to make him go east and west and cut, and then we're going to have to gang tackle and stick to your assignments. But we're going to have to wrap up tonight. He's a good running back.
All right, Coach Moss, that sounds good. I'll let you get back to your team out there. Thanks for stopping by once again, and good luck tonight.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
You bet. Thanks, Coach. Thank you. Yep. All right, folks, that was head coach Lisbon Broncos, Mark Moss, letting him get back out there. His team are going to be stepping away here for a word from our sponsors, and we'll return with our starting lineups here live from Broncos Stadium. This is sports announcer guy Brent Dick along with cameraman Riley Lucina. We'll be back.
I'm Darian Bitts. I'm confident on and off the field. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nb.gov/confident.
I'm Doug Gray. I'm confident during the performance and when it's time for college. I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
When you choose Farmers Union Insurance, you're backed by an insurance policy provider that meets your specific requirements. At Farmers Union Insurance, Lance Gullison Agency, they offer reliable insurance policies from homeowners, farm and ranch, contractors, small businesses, and more. Let the staff at Lance Gullison Agency take care of you today. For more information, stop into their office on Main Street in Lisbon or email lance.gullison@fumic.com.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
Hey, welcome back here to Broncos Stadium. Going through senior night, introducing our cross country and our girls golf teams. And then I also go through our Lisbon football, boys football team as well. So looking at tonight's game, Lisbon Broncos come into this matchup with a 3-1 record. Carrington enters it with a record of 4-1. Carrington opened up the season on 18th of August, taking on Botno at home. They dropped that one 34-36, and just like Coach said, Coach Smith said, they're just one play away from going out and taking a win away from Botno and entering the game tonight with a 5-0 record. On the 25th of August, they played Rugby, beat Rugby. That was at Rugby, 48-14. September 1st, they played Cavalier, won that one 33-8. September 8th, played at Thompson, won that 45-15. And the 16th of September, played Grafton in Carrington and won 53-33 over the Grafton Spoilers. Lisbon entering with 3-1. Started out the season on the 18th of August with the win over Northern Cass 38-19. 25th of August defeated Hillsborough Central Valley 28-14. Then played EEK on the 1st of September here at home. They won that 40-13. And then went up to Central Cass the following week, dropped that one by a score of 55-0. Coach Moss said it in that pregame interview. The team kind of festered, for the last couple of weeks, a bad taste in their mouth, and looking for a little redemption tonight here against Carrington. Said they're ready to go. So expect a good game tonight between the Carrington Cardinals and the Lisbon Broncos. Look at the kind of the tail of the tape as far as matchups, seniors on each team, some of their standout running backs and players. A lot of similarities between the two teams, and a lot of parity throughout their lineups. And expect a competitive game tonight here from Bronco Stadium. You're looking at your Division 11A football poll. Velvet Drake Animu sits at the top with a 5-0 record. They had 14 first-place votes. Number 2 is Kindred out of Region 1 with 4 first-place votes, sitting at 4-0. Dickinson Trinity at 5-0 in the 3 spot. Langdon Edmore Munich out of Region 2, number 4 at 5-0. And Shiloh Christian also with an undefeated record at 5-0 and number 5. And also receiving votes are those Centracast Squirrels out of Region 2 with a 4-1 record. And some of these Region 1 games around the area tonight, and also in 11A, we have number 2 Kindred at Oak Grove is at EEK. Centracast versus Hillsborough Central Valley. Mayport CG at Northern Cass. And then some of your ranked teams in action. We have number 1 Velva versus Kenmare Bullbells. Number 5 Shiloh Christian takes on number 3 Dickinson Trinity. So top 5 matchup there between Shiloh Christian and Dickinson Trinity. And then number 4 Lincoln is at Park River out in Region 2. Class B 9-man. Going to get Class B 9-man football poll. New St. Almont, number 1 team with a 5-0 record with 13 first-place votes. Number 2 is Sargent County, a rivalry in the past for the Lisbon Broncos. Now in the 9-man ranks, Sargent County is sitting at 5-0. Number 3, New Rockford Cheyenne at 5-0. Number 4, South Border at 4 with 1 first-place vote at 5-0. Then West Hope, Newburgh, Glenburn 4-0. Also receiving votes in the 9-man ranks is North Prairie at 4-1 and Alexander 5-0. Looking at some of your Class B 9-man games in the area tonight. Number 2, Sargent County takes on Hankinson. Enderlin versus Wyndmere Lidgewood. Lemoore Litchville Marion takes on North Prairie. And number 4, South Border versus Linton HMB. And number 1, New Salem at Hettinger County. So that is action around the region. Some of your rankings that just came out here on Thursday. And kind of a recap of the seasons for the Broncos and the Carrington Cardinals. So we're going to go and step away for a 30-second timeout. And come back with our starting lineups here live. This is sports announcer guy Brent Dick along with Riley, cameraman Riley Lucina. We'll return in 30 seconds.
The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good citizens from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful and innovative opportunities for our students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbonpublicschools.com.
And back at Broncos Stadium, yourliveevent.com. Sports announcer guy Brent Dick along with cameraman Riley Lucina calling the game tonight between the Carrington Cardinals, Lisbon Broncos Division 11A football. In your starting lineup for the Carrington Cardinals, starting at quarterback is junior, number 2, Josh Bickett. At running back, senior, number 23, Logan Weninger. Running back, junior, number 20, Corbin Clifton. Wide receiver, sophomore, number 8, McCade Zink. Wide receiver, senior, number 10, Grady Shipman. Tight end, senior, number 11, Aaron Newmiller. We have guard, senior, number 50, Jake Otto. Guard, another senior, number 51, Carson Ova. Tackle, freshman, number 77, Andrew Matt. Another tackle, junior, number 70, Dylan Bachmeyer. And center, senior, number 65, Brock Jungles. And moving over to Lisbon Broncos, their starting defense tonight. On defense, we have left tackle, junior, number 54, Parker Tapson. Left guard, senior, number 55, Drew Anderson. Center, sophomore, number 57, Eli Lyons. Right guard, senior, number 52, Aiden Hinkle. Right tackle, senior, number 51, Brant Levos. Wide receiver, junior, number 7, Jordan Bittner. Wide receiver, senior, junior, Blaze Ranke. Wide receiver, senior, number 10, Jaden Bittner. Running back, senior, number 23, Cam Opp. Running back, senior, number 20, Mike Nelson. And quarterback, senior, number 11, Wyatt Olson. So that was the offense for the Lisbon Broncos. Now go through Lisbon Bronco defense. At defensive end is junior, number 54, Parker Tapson. Defensive end, junior, number 2, Aiden Hinkle. Defensive tackle, senior, number 51, Brant Levos. Defensive tackle, junior, number 74, Hunter Lukes. Linebacker, senior, number 21, Trent Metzen. Another linebacker, senior, number 20, Mike Nelson. Linebacker, senior, number 23, Cam Opp. Defensive back, junior, number 18, Lincoln Adair. Defensive back, senior, number 10, Jaden Bittner. Defensive back, senior, number 2, Blaze Ranke. And defensive back, senior, number 11, Wyatt Olson. So those are your starting lineups, starting offense for the Carrington Cardinals, and the offensive defensive units for the Lisbon Broncos. Going through the starting lineups here on the field. Follow that up with our national anthem. So we're going to go and step away for another 30-second timeout. We'll return with the opening kickoff here live from Broncos Stadium. You're watching yourliveevent.com.
honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in North Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the NDHSAA and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com. At Olson Accounting may tackle it all with a variety of services to help your business, from payroll, audit, strategic planning, and taxes. Plus, they'll protect your individual financial and retirement planning like an offensive line working together to protect the quarterback on the field. Let the team at Olson Accounting help you in your business or farm operation by visiting colsoncpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olson Accounting of Lisbon.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
Hey, welcome back to Broncos Stadium. Sports announcer guy Brent Dick along with cameraman Riley Lucina making his inaugural debut here on yourliveevent.com. Tonight's contest, 11A football. Carrington Cardinals, Lisbon Broncos set to kick off. Logan Weninger back to receive for the Carrington Cardinals. And the ball is away. That is misplayed there on the near sideline. And heading across in pursuit are the Broncos, but hitting the corner and going across the 20 and out to the 30 to the across to, let's say, the 25-yard line are the Carrington Cardinals. So taking kind of a blotched reception, turning it into some positive yardage, getting it out to about the 25-yard line. Start this first offensive series for the Carrington Cardinals. Here, first quarter action, 11:49 to go in the first quarter. Ticked off 11 seconds on that kickoff return by the Carrington Cardinals. We'll work on getting numbers and names down here for all you Carrington fans watching tonight. That's Wininger, hands it off. Got kind of an end around there. Went from Bickett.
Wininger on the carry. Tackled by Hinkle and Nelson.
So Aiden Hinkle, Mike Nelson on the stop for the Broncos. Can't tell if that was Zink, McCade Zink on the carry. Looked like it was either 8 or 3. So Bickett, shotgun, along with Wininger. Wininger drops out. It's a pass here to the near side. Immediately wrapped up for the Broncos.
Cameron Opp.
And wrapped up by Cameron Opp. The pass was to Grady Shipman. No gain. Maybe a loss on the play for Shipman. Give him a loss of 1 on that reception. So Cam Opp coming up big for the Broncos.
Third down for the Cardinals.
Actually, give it a loss of 4. So now 3rd and 16. The ball now on the 19-yard line. I guess we did start around the 25. That is when it went. Logan Wininger with the reception and gets out across the 25, almost to the 30-yard line.
Pass complete to Wininger.
So Wininger with the reception. Some positive yards for the Carrington Cardinals. Now 4th down. It is 4th and about 12. Give Wininger 5 yards on the reception. Positive yards. Now we'll have positive yards or territory. That punt nearly blocked by the Broncos and goes out of bounds short of the 40-yard line. Looked like it was spotted right around the 35-yard line of the Carrington Cardinals. Nearly blocked. That a Bronco screaming through there. Nearly blocked that punt. Change of possession. Broncos starting in Cardinal territory here for the first offensive possession.
Take over on the Cardinal Carrington 35-yard line.
They will start at the 35-yard line of the Carrington Cardinals. Well, 4 and out for Carrington, their first offensive series. Here, Banknorth scoreboards. That's Mike Nelson, bounces it to the outside, wrapped up. A host the Cardinals as he crosses, trying to get across that 35-yard line. No gain for Mike Nelson.
Red gold on the tackle.
Like 88. Alec Threadgold on the tackle of the first contact there for the Cardinals, wrapping up Nelson. They do give Nelson the ball spotted in front of the 35-yard line, so right about the 34. Give him about a yard. That's Olsen back to pass, has a man open down the sideline. That's Blaze Rankin for the touchdown. Broncos!
Connection for the touchdown, Broncos!
So that is a 35-yard connection from Olsen to Blaze Rankin. Broncos run right with Nelson, come back with that pass down the sideline. Rankin turns the Jets on, gets open in the end zone for the touchdown. Now a 6-0 lead for the Broncos at the 8:53 mark. Two-point conversion. Olsen shotgun formation with Opp to the near side, looking to pass, fakes, goes, now rolling to the near side, has a man open here, just short. Pass intended to Jordan Bittner, so 2-point conversion for the Broncos, no good. Broncos up now 6-0, 8:53 mark in the first quarter. Step away here from Bronco Stadium for another word from our sponsors.
From on-site farm repairs to maintaining the condition of your vehicle, trust the staff at Welton's Tire Service. They've served the Lisbon area since 1972, guaranteeing customer satisfaction and workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136.
Welcome back. Broncos go up 6-0 off of that 35-yard touchdown reception from Wyatt Olson to Blaze Reinke down the far sideline. So Broncos take an early 6-0 lead. 2-point conversion was no good. Pass intended from Olson to Jordan Bittner. That is no good. Broncos with a 6-0 lead. That's fielded here. Yeah, knee touching the ground, so that is a down just shy of the 25-yard line. Spotted at about the 26-yard line. So Carrington takes over at their own 26-yard line. Second offensive possession of this game, or series of the game for the Carrington Cardinals. First series went 4 and out. Broncos nearly blocked the punt. Started out in good field position, took advantage of that, and are up 6-0. Clock stopped at the 8:51 mark here in the first quarter. A Bickett shotgun formation. Weninger fake handoff to Bickett. Nice fake by Weninger, but
Stop by Hinkle.
or by Bickett, but Weninger taken for a loss. Huge loss, big hit by Aiden Hinkle for the Broncos.
Bring the second down and long for the Cardinals.
So now second long. That's a loss of 6 yards. So Hinkle dropping Weninger for a loss of 6 yards. Weninger starting out this game in negative yardage. 400-meter Class B champ from a year ago track and field. Looking to pass. Bickett has a man. Does brought down or hauled in by Grady Shipman. So Shipman looks like he may have enough for a first down. That was on the 20. No, third and one, just shy of the first down marker. So give him 15 yards to Shipman on that reception. Shipman now with 11 yards, negative yards that first reception. Little quick out to him on that first offensive series. A drop for a loss. This time Bickett connects with him here on the near side for a 15-yard gain. That's Bickett, hand off to Weninger, trying to turn the corner, has some running room on that far side. Stiffs arm Olson. Olson able to grab him and bring him down. Well, Weninger, when he gets those legs turning, that 400-meter dash champion, gets those legs turning, it's hard to stop. So another first down here. First down for the Carrington Cardinals. Move into Bronco territory at the Bronco 46-yard line. I'll give him about 14 yards on that carry for Logan Weninger, the senior running back for the Carrington Cardinals. That's Bickett, shotgun, has a man in motion. Hand off to Weninger, same play. And that's Blaze Reinke, drops Weninger for a loss in the backfield. The Broncos, the second time the Cardinals have ran that play. The man in motion, then handed off to Weninger. Dropped again for a loss, this time by Blaze Reinke. First time Aiden Hinkle able to drag and Weninger down. A loss of 4 yards. So second and 14. So net yardage for Weninger now back to +4 after that 4-yard loss. That's Bickett. Drops back to pass. Broncos with the pressure. Has a man downfield. And open and with the reception and going into the end zone 10. And touchdown for the Carrington Cardinals. That's McCade Zink. The touchdown is good. So Carrington ties it up now. 6-6, both teams going through the air. Cardinals make that connection from Bickett to Zink down the near sideline. 49-yard reception for Zink. At the 6:26 two-point conversion. We do have a flag on that, brought down short of the goal line, so no two-point conversion is not good. We do have a flag on the play. Looks like it is holding on the Carrington Cardinals, and that will be declined. So now tied up 6-6 here in the first quarter at the 6:26 mark. Another change of possession. That means we'll step away for another timeout here live from Broncos Stadium. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Hey, back here, this kickoff after that 49-yard touchdown reception by McCade Zink. The Bickett to Zink connection for 49 yards ties the game up. Looks like Seamus Kelly has an opening running room down the middle. Had one man to beat, and he is brought down. So a touchdown-saving tackle by Grady Shipman brings down Seamus Kelly. Kelly able to get out near the 45-yard line. Broncos start the second offensive series in good field position.
Broncos will take over the 42-yard line.
This game, I heard rumblings before this may turn into a track meet. So far, not disappointing here in the first quarter. Tied up 6-6. As Olsen under 7 gives it to Opp. Opp looking for some running room, darts back to the outside. Now hits the inside, finds a little seam. He's brought down just short of the 50-yard line.
7-yard gain for Cameron Opp.
So give Cam Opp 7 yards. The senior running back or senior tailback for the Lisbon Broncos. Olsen limping a little bit out there. We did have a little mist before the game. Doesn't seem to have any effect here tonight on the field conditions for the ball handling by either team. So night's breeze coming from the north and west, drying things out here. That's Olsen under center. Pitches to Nelson. Nelson turned back to the inside now, across the 50 down to the 46-yard line of the Carrington Cardinals.
Nelson on the carry.
Give him a game of 4 at the Cardinal 47-yard line. Give Nelson a gain of 4 yards, now with 5 yards in the game. Opp with 7. Ranke with that touchdown reception or receiving leads the Broncos with 35 yards receiving in this first quarter, down to the 5:18 mark. All tied up 6-6. Each team trading touchdowns. Broncos with their second offensive series. That handoff is to Nelson. Tries to cut back up to the near side. He's buried by a host of Carrington Cardinals. That's McCade Zink and Brock Jungles on the stop for Carrington. Well, Nelson with the loss, maybe a half yard, 2 yard. So give him 2nd and 11. Both defense playing that run tough. They're burned on the pass so far. Now Olsen, the shotgun formation. He had a lot of pressure. Has a man, that's almost picked off. Had Opp over on the far sideline and almost picked off and broken up. That was Corbin Clifton. Clifton wrestler for the Carrington Cardinals, state place winner.
Down for the Broncos.
And one of those names up there in Carrington or in Cardinal country. Faces might change, but the names stay the same here. Class B, or I guess this is Class A 11-man football. Now third down and 11, or still third down and 11. They have Olsen under center. They have Nelson and Opp in the backfield for the Broncos. Jaden Bidner here split wide. Over the middle, little screen by the Broncos. Has some running room. Blaze Ranky down the middle, across the 40 to the 35. Now it's just short of the 30-yard line is Blaze Ranky. Well-executed screen by the Broncos. Brought Ranky from the outside. Let that offensive or defensive line flow through. Hit Ranky. Now first down for the Broncos. So 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line of the Carrington Cardinals. So we'll give Ranky 17 yards on the reception. The Olsen shotgun has Nelson, or excuse me, Opp with the man in motion. Hand off to Opp, big running room. Opp hurls one, Cardinal cuts it back to the center field, and Cam Opp crosses the 5-10, touchdown, Cameron Opp.
Carry, result of the Lisbon Broncos touchdown.
The Broncos now go up 12-6 at the 3:45 mark. So Opp with the 33-yard touchdown run puts the Broncos up 12-6. At the 3:45 mark of this first quarter, Broncos going for the 2-point conversion. Still waiting for the Broncos to send out that extra point unit or a field goal team. That may happen this year, but not today. So Olsen under center. We got I formation, and Olsen's going to run out. Has a man looking for a man. He's chased out of the pocket. And that is into the hands, or in and out of the hands of Jordan Bittner here on the far sideline. So 2-point conversion is no good. So Broncos take a 12-6 lead. We'll go ahead and step away for another 30-second timeout. Then back for the last 3:45 of this first quarter.
You choose Farmers Union Insurance. You're backed by an insurance policy provider that meets your specific requirements. At Farmers Union Insurance, Lance Gullison Agency, they offer reliable insurance policies from homeowners, farm and ranch, contractors, small businesses, and more. Let the staff at Lance Gullison Agency take care of you today. For more information, stop into their office on Main Street in Lisbon or email lance.gullison@fumic.com.
Let's
And back here after that 33-yard touchdown run by Cameron Opp puts the Broncos up 12-6 in the first quarter. Broncos scoring on their first 2 possessions. Carrington, first series, offensive series, 4 and out, came back with that touchdown, 49-yard touchdown reception by McCade Zink, put 6 points on the board for the Cardinals. Broncos answer back now 12-6. The ball taken on the far sideline, now cutting it back up the middle with some running room and hit as he crosses the 30-yard line. I don't know if that was possibly Corbin Clifton. Looks like number 50, Jake Otto, there on that far sideline. Found a little running room, cut it back up the middle across the 30 to the 34 or 33-yard line. Officially the 32-yard line, 1st and 10, where the Cardinals take over. At the 3:36 mark, clock is stopped. The Cardinals out here at their white, we'll call it maroon, helmets and numbering and lettering on their uniforms. Broncos wearing the red and gold. That pass intended here to the outside, intended for Shipman, well covered by Blaze Ranky. And Carrington fans, wrestling fans up there, familiar, some of the wrestling names here in Lisbon as well. Blaze Ranky, 3-time state place winner for the Lisbon Broncos. Class B wrestling. Also have Mike Nelson out there. And Nelson, 4-time state place winner. The Cardinals brought back up to the line by Josh Bickett. Bickett, shotgun formation, rolling out, looking for a receiver, coming here to the near sideline and flushed out. Had to throw off his back foot. That pass intended for Aaron Newmiller. So tried to go back across the field, intended for Newmiller. No gain, incomplete pass, so now 3rd and 10. At 3:26 here in this first quarter, Broncos up 12-6. A Blaze Ranke touchdown reception and a Cam Opp 33-yard run puts the Broncos up 12-6. So Bickett brings him up. Shotgun formation, man in motion. As a receiver far side, little stop and go route, flushed out of the pocket. Looking for Shipman. Now he's wrapped up and sacked by the Broncos. So coming through there, Trent Metzen, number 21, the fullback. And the inside linebacker for the Broncos comes in, sacks Bickett. Takes him back across the 30 to about the 27-yard line. So now 4th down, so we'll call it 4th and 16, ball on 27-yard line. So Bickett dropped for a loss.
Back to receive for the Broncos. Shipman, kick for the Cardinals.
So this punt and pressure again by the Broncos. Does get it away. Goes out of bounds across the 45, or they're at the Bronco 45. See where the spot is by the officials. And it will be the spot at the 45-yard line. So
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The Broncos take over at their own 45, starting out in good field position once again. The Broncos able to show some explosiveness, also able to convert on their 3rd downs. Leading to 2 scorer here. It's 2 scores in this first quarter. Up 12-6 at the 2:37 mark. The Broncos brought up to the line here with Olsen. Shotgun has Opp to the near side. The Twins left and right. Puts a man in motion. Excuse me, that's Opp. Nelson here to the near side. Nelson's going to lead Olsen up through the middle. Olsen with some running room across the 50 into Carrington Cardinal territory down to the 46, 47-yard line. So Nelson leading quarterback wide. Olsen through the middle of the defensive formation of the Cardinals. Finds a hole. Gains 7 yards on that carry for Wyatt Olsen. Olsen's first rush of the game. Now in shotgun formation. That's Twins left and right. Looks like Nelson on the far side has a man darting downfield. That's Bittner. So Jaden Bittner just overthrown. Bittner running wide open down that far sideline. So Olsen with a little bit too much adrenaline chucked that downfield. Incomplete pass, now 3rd and 3.
3rd down and 3 for the Broncos.
So Carrington defense coming up big, or trying to come up big here on this 3rd down. Get a stop here on the Broncos. And then it's decision time for Coach Mark Moss. Hits 3rd down, and it's 4th and short. Does he punt it or go for it? So here 3rd down, 3rd and 3. Shotgun has a man in motion with Ranke. And Olsen's going to keep it. Kind of a delayed draw. Now Olsen with some running room crosses the 40. Just across the 40-yard line of the Cardinals.
Picks up enough yardage for a Lisbon Bronco first down.
Give Olsen 8 yards on that carry. So Olsen now with 15 yards rushing in the game. A little quarterback draw by Wyatt Olsen. Picks up the first down for the Lisbon Broncos. Now the ball on the Cardinal 40-yard line. And handoff to Nelson. Here coming to the near side. He's wrapped up as he crosses the 40.
No gain on the play.
So Nelson wrapped up by Corbin Clifton. Wrapped around Nelson's ankles, brings him down as he's crossing the 40-yard line. No gain on the play. Now 2nd and 10. Ranke brings in the play for the Broncos, gives it to Olsen. The final 40 seconds wind down here in the first quarter. Olsen drops back, has a man open and overthrows him once again. Ranke runs to the center of the field. Olsen looking for that corner route. Little miscommunication by the receiver, Ranke, and the quarterback, Olsen. So now 3rd and 10. The Broncos finding some success. Receivers open, but Olsen just not able to connect with them. So now 3rd and 10 for the Broncos. Ball at the Cardinal 40-yard line. The Olsen shotgun sets Opp in motion to the far side. Olsen's going to roll out, has Nelson, and overthrows him once again. Olsen was hit just as he threw the football on that far side. A little pressure by the Cardinals forces the 4th down, so 4th and 10 for the Broncos. Broncos look like they will go for it here on 4th down. Olsen heads over to the sidelines. The clock is stopped with that incomplete pass to Nelson. Now 33 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Broncos up 12-6. Olsen 3 passes in a row. Overthrowing his receivers, not able to connect with them. Now shotgun formation. Looking for some pass protection. Has Nelson back there. Now Olsen's going to step up in the pocket. Has Cardinals chasing him. Has a man here near sideline. Has caught by Cam Opp. Near the first down. And it is a first down for the Lisbon Broncos. As the ball across the 30-yard line to about the Cardinal 27-yard line. A 13-yard gain for Cam Opp. That'll wind down here this first quarter as the Broncos head over to the sideline. So give Opp a 13-yard reception. We'll go ahead and step away for another timeout here from Bronco Stadium. Lisbon leads this one by a score of 12-6. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com.
Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends, and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good citizens from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful and innovative opportunities for our students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbonpublicschools.com.
Hey, welcome back here to Bronco Stadium. The start of the second quarter. Lisbon heading south or to the south end zone. Now have the wind at their backs. Opp here, it's a near sideline, coming to the near sideline, trying to cut that corner, and he's brought down in the backfield. Like a loss for the game, maybe a 2 to 3 yard loss.
No gain on the play.
I'll call it no gain. Announcer booth on top of that one. No gain for Opp. Maybe a loss of a half yard. Gonna have a sub in the game here for the Cardinals. Number 5, I'll have to find out. See if I can get a number, or get a name to go with that number. Here on the near side, a linebacker, outside linebacker. Olsen, little screen up the middle. Has a receiver, Nelson. Nelson across the 25 down close to the 20-yard line for the Broncos. Little center screen executed by the Broncos. Find some positive yardage. Now 3rd down, 3rd and 5 for the Broncos. Give Nelson a gain of 5 yards. Everybody Bronco lineup getting it, or getting in on the action as far as receiving. Give Nelson 5 yards on the reception. A couple passes intended for Jordan Bittner on those 2-point conversions, not able to haul them in. Seamus Kelly making his presence known those kickoff returns. And we do have looks like a false start by the Broncos, so penalty going against the Broncos. First penalty of the game by either team as we start the second quarter. 10:32 mark in the second quarter. Broncos whistled for a penalty.
Brings up 3rd and 10 for the Broncos.
Well, 3rd and 10 for the Broncos at the Cardinal 22-yard line. And your Bank North scoreboard, Lisbon up 12-6. The 3rd offensive series for the Broncos. Handoff, fake handoff. Olsen rolls out, has a man on the far sideline. Turn it back up is Blaze Ranke across the 20 down to the 15.
Pass complete to Olsen to Ranke.
About the 13-yard line for the Lisbon Broncos.
First down.
The ball started on that 37-yard line. Ranke gets down to the, it's like about the 13-yard line. Move 20 yards there for Blaze Ranke on that reception. Now handoff up the middle, finding some running room. Looks like Cam Opp up through that heart of the Cardinal defense. So Opp and the Broncos pounding the rock up the middle. About a 2-yard. I'll give him a 3-yard gain. So Opp with 3 yards. Now Opp with 53 yards rushing. Leads the Broncos. Broncos on the move once again. 3rd offensive series, 9:25 mark. That handoff, inside handoff to Nelson with some running room and cross for the touchdown is Mike Nelson.
Result of the play is a Lisbon Bronco touchdown.
The Broncos now up 18-6. Mike Nelson with a 13-yard touchdown run. The Broncos coming off that bye week and knocked off that rust real quick here on Bronco Field. Ready to play, ready to compete. Up 18-6 in the second quarter with the Nelson 13-yard touchdown run. Now going for the 2-point conversion. And that is a handoff. And running up the middle as Cam Opp wrapped up and dropped. It's short of the goal line. No 2-point conversion. So Broncos stopped on all 3 of their 2-point conversions. This first half of play. So Broncos up 18-6. We'll step away for another 30-second timeout in return for the conclusion of our second quarter here from Bronco Stadium. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com.
Loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurriculars.
And we're back here at Broncos Stadium. Had to cut off that ad there by the High School Activity Association for this kickoff after that 13-yard touchdown run by Mike Nelson. Ball picked up by Wininger. Wininger with a little run in room crosses the 30-yard line, so that's where your Carrington Cardinals will take over.
Jordan Dick on a stop.
Their fourth offensive series of the game for the Carrington Cardinals. Scoring on that second drive. That pass reception by 49-yard pass reception by McCade Zink. We'll keep it right here. We're at the 9:15 mark of the second quarter. The Broncos in that first quarter picking up a pair of touchdowns at the 8:51st one at the 8:53 mark by Blazer Anke, 36-yard touchdown reception. And at the 3:45 mark, Cam Opp with a 33-yard touchdown run. And Mike Nelson at the 9:21 mark in the second quarter with the 13-yard TD run for the Broncos. And we have a false start by Wininger. No, Wininger could have
leg in the play.
Went in motion on that. So it is a false start by the running back, Wininger. So both teams flagged for a false start. Broncos picking their penalty up in that first quarter, at the end of the first quarter.
No flag.
Oh, so it is. So it's a no flag. So no. I guess we'll call it no flag. As they said that Wininger can go in motion, so no flag on the play. We're back here. YourLiveEvent.com. Carrington Cardinals, Lisbon Broncos. That pass intended to Shipman. Pass intended for Shipman from Bickett. That is incomplete with Jordan Bittner on the coverage, number 7. And Jaden Bittner's brother wearing number 10 tonight. Jordan the sophomore, Jaden the senior.
Second down and 10 for the Cardinals.
They're both in track and basketball, some of their other activities. And multi-sport athletes, summer baseball. And Bickham brings them up. We do have a whistle and looks like a timeout by the Cardinals. So Coach Kyle Smith calls a timeout here at the 9:11 mark. So we'll take our own timeout. Come back here for the second quarter where the Broncos lead on this Bank North scoreboard by a score of 18-6.
Continue to enrich the lives of students in North Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the NDHSAA and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com. At Olson Accounting, they tackle it all with a variety of services to help your business, from payroll, audit, strategic planning, and taxes. Plus, they'll protect your individual financial and retirement planning like an offensive line working together to protect the quarterback on the field. Let the team at Olson Accounting help you in your business or farm operation by visiting colsoncpa.com or call 7.
To that timeout, got a reverse. A flea flicker play there by the Carrington Cardinals. Had to bring it back because their commercial ran long. That pass is complete over to Bickett on that far sideline.
That play is good enough for a Carrington Cardinal.
So Cardinals, a little trick play there, pulling something out of the back pocket, trying to get some momentum back here to their offensive formation. That's hauled in by Bickett on the far sideline. The ball now at the Broncos' 43-yard line. I knew when I let that commercial run long we were going to miss something. Then we missed the highlight reel plays here for the Carrington Cardinals. Got a man in motion. McCade Zink comes back around to the near side. Handoff It's to Weninger. Weninger finds some running room, cuts it to the outside, brought down, cut down by the Broncos. Maybe Mike Nelson. It looks like linebacker Mike Nelson able to bring down Weninger just as he's making that cut to the outside. Weninger, give him a 6-yard gain for Weninger. They pick it to the receiver list now. A 40-yard reception on that. Bickett with some pressure. Ball and hauled in with Shipman. A lot of pressure on Bickett. Bickett able to get it away, throws off his back foot, finds Shipman for a first down. The Cardinals on the move here at the 7:44 mark.
Left yardage for Cardinal first down.
The Cardinals, that completion to Bickett gives them a little momentum. Now 1st and 10 at the Bronco 31-yard line. Score is 18-6. 7:28 mark in this second quarter of play. Bickett with the snap, shotgun, has pressure, has a man open there on that far sideline to Weninger. Weninger across the 10, down the 5, and he's no signal, and there's no signal. That's a touchdown for Weninger. So Weninger kind of slipped out there from the backfield of that far sideline. Bickett connects with him for that touchdown reception. A 31-yard TD reception for Logan Weninger. Closes up the score, 18-12. 2-point conversion here for the Carrington Cardinals. Going for the extra point are the Cardinals. That kick by Shipman is up. And plenty of leg on that, and that's good.
The kick is good by Shipman.
So now
7:07 to go in the second quarter play. Lisbon Broncos 18, Cardinals 13.
a 13-18 score at this 7:07 mark of the second quarter after that touchdown and extra point by the Carrington Cardinals. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com here, Bank North scoreboard with your Broncos leading. We'll step away for another 30-second timeout.
683-2700, Olson Accounting of Lisbon.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles.
That kick is away after that touchdown by the Cardinals and taken by Jordan Bittner. A little squib kick down the center of the field. Goes across the 30 to now the 35-yard lines where the Broncos take over on offense.
Take over on the 36-yard line.
You have to sync up by the ads with the changes of possession and the timeouts. They're a little bit off. Work on that at halftime here. 7:01 mark in the second quarter. 18-13 scores. That 31-yard touchdown reception by Logan Weninger down that far sideline, able to leak out the flats on the far side. The Broncos still on their feet. That was a handoff. Looks like it went to Cam Opp on that far sideline. No gain for Cam Opp.
Tackle by Shipman. Loss of 1 yard. Second and 11 for the Broncos.
Jordan Brittner bringing the play in for the Broncos. The Broncos in I formation. This slot back looks like Jordan Bittner on the far side. A little movement down the line. A little hard count by Olsen. So offsides and encroachment on the Carrington Cardinals. Picks up their second penalty of the game, this time on the defensive side. A 5-yard penalty moves the sticks for the Broncos. Now 2nd and 6 for the Broncos. It's a handoff again. Goes to Opp now to the near side. The Carrington line is stiffening up. Had some big holes in that first quarter, but the linebackers able to fill those holes now here in the second quarter. Opp not finding much running room. Now 3rd and 7 for the Broncos. Now 3rd and 5, so loss of 1 for Cam Opp. The Broncos had that false start, moved the ball 5 yards up the field. He lost a 1 on that play, now 3rd down. Drop back to pass with some pressure. Olsen flushed out of the pocket, has a man. Looks like Jaden Bittner with the reception, so Bittner, the senior, with the reception. Broncos convert on that 3rd down. That's been the key to their success so far in this first half of play, converting on the 3rd and long.
Officials timeout.
So Jaden Bittner with the reception.
For Lisbon Bronco first down.
Give Bittner 17 for Jaden Bittner. On the reception. We'll call this fuzzy math stat keeping here. Nothing official. At the 5:23 mark, clock continues to run. Second quarter, Broncos up 18-13. Ball on the Cardinal 44-yard line. Call it the 43.5-yard line. Olsen under center, has I formation. Handoff leading up the middle is Metzen with Nelson. Finding run room on the near side. Nelson across 20. The 10. Touchdown, Broncos. Mike Nelson goes 44 yards down this near sideline. Trent Metzen leading the way through the line. Just as we talked about the Cardinal defense, the defensive line is stiffening up. Linebackers filling those holes. And Metzen comes in, picks up a block, leads Nelson through the hole for a touchdown. At the 4:59 mark, Broncos now up 24-13. A 2-point conversion is good for the Broncos. So Olsen to Ranke. Broncos convert on their first 2-point conversion of the game. Go up 26-13.
Broncos 26, Cardinals 13.
So Nelson, 44-yard touchdown run. I believe that's the longest of the game by either team. Opp at a 33-yard TD. Nelson out with a 44-yard touchdown run. Puts the Broncos up 26-13. We'll go ahead and step away for another 30-second timeout here at Bank North scoreboard. Lisbon leads 26-13.
Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
Hey, welcome back here, Broncos Stadium. Kickoff by the Broncos, taken by the Carrington Cardinals at about the 25-yard line. Brown out across the 30 to the 36. So once again, a short kick by the Broncos. Jake Otto, the senior, returns it across the 35 to spotted at the 37-yard lines for the Cardinals. I think we're synced back up now with our ads. I apologize for missing the kickoff. Broncos up 26-13, 4:53 mark of the second quarter. Broncos finding success on all offensive series so far in this game. And wrapped up and brought down. Is streaking through there for the Broncos is number 12.
Stop for the Broncos.
So Wininger dropped for a loss. Ball now spotted at the 30-yard line. 7-yard loss for Wininger.
Second down and 18 for the Broncos.
Wininger finding success through the air with the touchdown reception. 31-yard TD reception. Putting the Cardinals on the scoreboard here in the second quarter. That's fake to Wininger. Up in the middle to Shipman. That's a coverage there by Ranke. Ranke kind of draped over Shipman. No flag on the play.
Brings a third and long for the Cardinals.
So now 3rd and 18.
Just a reminder, at halftime, we have 5th and 6th grade flag football.
So you got to give Wininger a loss of 8 on that carry. It was his met in the backfield. Like Trent Metzen once again. All right, now defensive-wise for the Broncos, they have Hinkle with 2 tackles for losses, Metzen with a sack and a tackle for loss. That's throw downfield. We do have a flag. Some kind of goaltending there on Blaze Ranke. And Ranke not able to look back in the face of Bishop.
Ranke the coverage.
Or excuse me, Grady Shipman. So number 10, Carrington Cardinals, Grady Shipman. So Blaze Ranke with the flag, or flagged for the Broncos on that defensive penalty. To see where they spot the ball and mark it off.
Pass interference on the Broncos.
It is pass interference on number 2. The ball spotted across or at the 45-yard line of the Cardinals. So now brings up 3rd and short. Had a 3rd and long situation. Now 3rd and 2. So 3rd and manageable for the Carrington Cardinals. Hey, we do have a timeout.
Timeout, Carrington.
By the Carrington Cardinals. Bank North scoreboard. Lisbon's up 26-13. Here at YourLiveEvent.com. Sports announcer guy Brent Dick with our cameraman Riley Lucina. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Repairs to maintaining the condition of your vehicle. Trust the staff at Welton's Tire Service. They've served the Lisbon area since 1972, guaranteeing customers satisfaction and workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136.
Hey, welcome back here at Broncos Stadium. After our 30-second timeout, Lisbon leads this one 26-13. We're at the 4-minute mark of the second quarter. And Carrington taking 2 timeouts here in this first half of play. After that first timeout by the Cardinals, they came back with that and hook and ladder play. Josh Bickett striking down that far sideline with the reception, the touchdown, and then coming out of this one, we do have a false start on the Carrington Cardinals. Not what Coach Smith wanted to see there coming out of this timeout. He picked up a big penalty by Blaze Ranke and march it back now 5 yards, so 3rd and 7. So go from 3rd and 2 to 3rd and 7 for the Cardinals. So Bickett brings him up. His shotgun formation looks like he has trips to the far side. Dickinson rolls out, looking for a man downfield. He's chucks the rock, and he has defense and caught. Oh, in and out of his hands. Nelson tried to adjust on it, kind of overran it. Good adjustment by the receiver there by Corbin Clifton. Came back for the ball, but just not able to hang on to it. So now 4th and 7. Back to punt are the Carrington Cardinals.
Rinky back to receive.
That ball is away. Calling for the fair catch for the Broncos. Blanky just lets it roll out of bounds across the 30 to the Bronco 29-yard line where the officials spot the ball. And down to the 3:45 mark.
Personal foul ran the kicker.
Oh, personal foul. So there was a flag on the play. Missed that. Oh, goes against the Broncos. So the defense back out on the field for the Broncos. And Coach Mark Moss does not want to see the 2 penalties now, defensive penalties by the Broncos in this offensive series for the Cardinals. Broncos picking up 2 penalties and moves the change and a first down. So automatic first down. Ball spotted now at the 45-yard line of the Broncos. The Cardinals with new life. They're at the 3:45 mark of this second quarter. Take the long run up to the line of scrimmage. Bickett, shotgun, Weninger just to the near side. The Twins on the left side of the line. Side Bickett rolls out, has a man open downfield. And gets it to Weninger. Weninger kind of the outlet back. And drop for a loss. A loss on that reception, so a loss of 2.
Second down and 12 for the Broncos, for the Cardinals.
For Weninger, so Weninger with a 5-yard reception, a 31-yard reception. No drop for a 2-yard loss. Bickett brings him back up to the line. His shotgun. And led through the hole. Now Bickett's going to run it. And met by the Broncos and pancake. And brought down. No gain on the play. Maybe a gain of 1. So Cam Opp making the stop.
No gain on the play.
And going high. So high-low tackle by the Broncos.
3rd down for the Cardinals.
So Aiden Hinkle and Cam Opp making the stop. They're now 3rd and 12. No gain. Down to the 2:15 mark of the second quarter. Broncos up. Bank North scoreboard 26-13. Puts a man in motion as Corbin Clifton. Bickett's going to roll out. Looking for his man. Streaking down the sideline. Broncos adjust, and that's caught. That is a reception. The Broncos had 2 defenders there. Somehow Cardinals able to come up with that.
Complete the Schaefer for the Cardinals.
So Schaefer with the reception. Jackson Schaefer, number 7. Senior makes the reception. So went from the 47 to the 17-yard line, so 30 yards. Pass reception for Schaefer. And Bickett rolls out, has trips on the left. And a little screen up the middle to Weninger. Weninger finding some yards after the reception. Brings it down. Looks like inside the 10, so we'll give him 1st and goal.
Timeout Lisbon.
So picks up a first down. Coach Moss wants to slow things down here. Calls a timeout for his defense. They have a 1st and goal situation. Bank North scoreboard. Lisbon's up 26-13. Be back in 30 seconds.
Night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hey, back live from Broncos Stadium. Carrington Cardinals driving down the field after a pair of penalties by the Broncos. Had a 4th and long, and Carrington punted the ball away, but Broncos charged with a personal foul, gave the ball back to Carrington around their own 47-yard line, now at their 7-yard line for 1st and goal. Bickett, he moves Wenninger over to that far side. Has Twins on the right side as well. Handoff, Bickett's going to roll out looking for a man. And that's caught in and out of the hands and almost intercepted by the Broncos. It is intercepted as it was tipped by a Carrington receiver. The Broncos come down with it. So the defense coming up big for the Broncos. Coach Moss righting the ship after this timeout. Broncos with the interception, down to a minute 21 to go in the second quarter. And that was Blaze Ranke with that interception for the Lisbon Broncos. So Blaze Ranke with the interception, number 2. Blaze Ranke helping the Broncos out. Cuts caught in the end zone, brings him out to the 20-yard line. Has a man down, and making the adjustment is Ranke, just out of his fingertips and out of reach. Incomplete. The Broncos taking a shot downfield. Minute 14 to go in this first quarter. Bank North scoreboard, Lisbon leads 26-13. Bank North, they take community to heart, helping their customers achieve their financial goals while supporting and improving the great rural communities we serve. They're more than just a bank. Bank North is a community partner that you can always count on. It's value-based banking. To learn more, visit ibanknorth.com. Member of the FDIC and equal housing lender. Olsen brings it back up to the line. Split backs, that handoff and led through the hole. Looks like Nelson. And gain maybe of 2 or 3 yards for Nelson. The spot will give him a 3-yard gain. And Brock Jungles, number 65, the senior tackle with the stop. Able to wrap up Nelson. That 3-yard gain. Broncos coming out of that timeout. Took a shot downfield. Had Ranke come back for the ball just out of his fingertips. Or just off his fingertips. Clock continues to wind down. Broncos just have to get off one more play. They'll call timeout here by Coach Moss. Down to 26.4 seconds. We do have a timeout by the Broncos. With that timeout, we'll step away. Broncos up on the Bank North scoreboard, 26-13. Be back in 30 seconds.
The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters is a group of parents, coaches, and community members whose mission is to enrich the Lisbon high school athletic community by providing financial support for Lisbon high school athletic programs and events. If you are interested in getting involved, they invite you to join the Bronco Athletic Booster Group on Facebook to learn more. The Lisbon Athletic Boosters send a good luck wish to all athletes competing today.
I'm Darian Bitts. I'm confident on and off the field. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nb.gov/confident.
I'm Doug Gray. I'm confident during the performance and when it's time for college. I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
And back here for this final play of the first half. A handoff up the middle. Then opposite some running room. Broncos going live on this. He has a block near the near sideline and brought down with 17 seconds to go. Across the 45 is Cameron Opp. The Broncos with another timeout. So when you think the Broncos are going to kneel here and run the clock out,
Lisbon Bronco first down.
they hand off to Opp. Opp finds some running across the 45. And sniffing for some more points. Coach Moss trying to keep the pedal to the metal here. Those Carrington Cardinals off balance, giving a little taste of their own medicine coming out of that timeout, pulling a little trick out of his own playbook. 17.8 seconds to go in this second quarter. And Olsen shotgun formation. Has Twins on the far side. And looking deep downfield. And Olsen scrambling. Has a man right by the sticks is Blaze Ranke down to 10 seconds and a timeout by the Broncos. No timeout. The Broncos trying to get up to the line. Not able to get there, down to 2 seconds. Yes, time expires. And that'll do it here for the first quarter of play.
That is the half.
The Broncos on the Bank North scoreboard take the lead into halftime, 26-13. You're live from Broncos Stadium. YourLiveEvent.com. Sports announcer guy Brent Dick along with cameraman Riley Lucina. We'll be back for a halftime show. Sponsored by Olson Accounting. Be back in the return here in 30 seconds.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters is a group of parents, coaches, and community members whose mission is to enrich the Lisbon High School athletic community by providing financial support for Lisbon High School athletic programs and events. If you are interested in getting involved, they invite you to join the Bronco Athletic Booster Group on Facebook to learn more. The Lisbon Athletic Boosters send a good luck wish to all athletes competing today.
I'm Darian Bitts. I'm confident on and off the field. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
I'm Doug Gray. I'm confident during the performance and when it's time for college. I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
When you choose Farmers Union Insurance, you're backed by an insurance policy provider that meets your specific requirements. At Farmers Union Insurance, Lance Gullison Agency, they offer reliable insurance policies from homeowners, farm and ranch, contractors, small businesses, and more. Let the staff at Lance Gullison Agency take care of you today. For more information, stop into their office on Main Street in Lisbon or email lance.gullison@fumic.com.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
Hey, welcome back here for your Olson Accounting halftime show. At Olson Accounting, if you need help with your monthly accounting or payroll, let Cindy and her staff give you a hand. Rely on the friendly team of professionals at Olson Accounting for all your tax and accounting needs. Go to olsoncpa.com. That's Olson Accounting sponsoring tonight's halftime show in Lisbon, North Dakota, home of the Broncos here at Broncos Stadium. Have our flag football teams out there for our 5th and 6th grade and a halftime entertainment going on. A little Cotton Eye Joe in the background. You're looking at our stats and our scoring in that first half of play going over for the Broncos. The Broncos struck first at the 8:53 mark in the first quarter on a 36-yard Blaze Ranke touchdown reception. Puts the Broncos up 6-0. 2-point conversion is no good. The Carrington Cardinals answer back on their second offensive series of the game at the 6:26 mark. McCade Zink with his own touchdown reception. Zink with a 49-yard touchdown reception. Puts the Carrington Cardinals on the board to tie it up 6-6. Cardinals go for that 2-point conversion. No good. The Broncos come right back with their second touchdown on the game. This time it's on the ground with a 33-yard touchdown run by Cameron Opp in that first quarter. So that was at the 3:45 mark in the first quarter. 33-yard TD run by Cam Opp. 2-point conversion is no good. Broncos come back in that second quarter on another touchdown run, this time by Mike Nelson at the 9:21 mark in the second quarter. Broncos once again go for that 2-point conversion, and also no good for the Broncos. And Carrington Cardinals finding pay dirt again at the 7:07 mark of that second quarter on a Logan Weninger 31-yard touchdown reception for the Carrington Cardinals. Puts the Cardinals up on the board with 12 points and also able to convert on that extra point for their 13 points of the game. But the Broncos not done with their scoring in that first half of play in the second quarter at the 4:59 yard. Mike Nelson with another long touchdown run goes 44 yards. That 2-point conversion is good by Blaze Ranke. A little conversion pass here to the near side. Broncos convert. Now up 26-13. 13-point lead here on your Bank North scoreboard for the homestanding Broncos. Region 1, Region 2 clashing tonight here at Broncos Stadium. And your Olson Accounting halftime show. Your stats for the Lisbon Broncos on the offensive side. Remember, these are unofficial stats. Overall passing for the Broncos through the air. Broncos with 140 yards unofficially through the air passing for Wyatt Olson. And leading the receivers for Lisbon is Blaze Ranke. Ranke with a couple nice reception, that touchdown reception of 35 yards, helping the Broncos put the Broncos on the scoreboard in that first quarter. Also, Jordan Bittner with a 17-yard touchdown reception. Cam Opp with a 13-yarder, and Mike Nelson with a 5-yard reception for the Lisbon Broncos. And on the ground, Broncos with 140 yards rushing, led by Cameron Opp. Opp, the tailback, senior tailback, number 23, with 74 yards on the ground. Mike Nelson with 51. Wyatt Olson with 15 yards rushing for that 140 yards for the Lisbon Broncos rushing tonight. For your Carrington Cardinals, through the air, Carrington getting it done through the air with 176 yards unofficially passing in that first half of play. And McCade Zink with that 49-yard touchdown reception puts the Carrington Cardinals on the scoreboard for his lone reception of the game. And then Shipman with 11 yards. Logan Weninger with 46 yards receiving. And Josh Bickett with that 40-yard TD reception, little hook and ladder play that they had here on this near sideline. Go crossfield, hit Bickett streaking down that far sideline for a 40-yard TD reception. And then Schaefer with the 30-yard reception of his own for those 176 yards, unofficially receiving and passing for Carrington Cardinals. Cardinals not finding much success on the ground against that Bronco defense. They're able to string together a couple of long runs, but then they're met on some subsequent plays for negative yard gains or negative yard carries for that running back core for the Carrington Cardinals. Broncos get finding some penetration. Linebackers able to fill those holes and bringing down the rushing attack for the Carrington Cardinals. Right now I have them unofficially for negative 8 yards. And like I said, that is unofficial. I wouldn't hold that to a candle anytime soon, but unofficially negative 8 yards for the Carrington Cardinals rushing tonight. So that is your first half of scoring and first half stats. And Mike Nelson for the Broncos with 2 touchdowns, kind of making his name or trying to make a bid for that Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, along with Blaze Ranky. Ranky with the touchdown reception and a 2-point conversion for the Lisbon Broncos. So Broncos lead this one on the Bank North scoreboard by a score of 26-13. We'll come back here. Get ready for a second half of play live from Bronco Stadium. Sports announcer guy Brent Dick along with our cameraman tonight, Riley Lucina. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good citizens from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful and innovative opportunities for our students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbonpublicschools.com.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in North Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the NDHSAA and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
And back live from Bronco Stadium, Lisbon, North Dakota. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com. Sports announcer guy Brent Dick along with cameraman Riley Lucina. Lisbon Broncos up on the Bank North scoreboard. Lead this one 26-13. Halftime entertainment concluding about 2.5 minutes away from our kickoff here, opening kickoff of the second half. Looking around the region tonight at some of our games here in 11A. And then also 9-man. In Region 111A, we have number 2 Kindred at Oak Grove taking on EEK. Center Cass at Hillsboro Central Valley, and Mayport CG at Northern Cass. And some of your top 5 teams in action tonight are number 1 Velva versus Kenmare Bull Bells. Number 5 Bismarck Shiloh Christian takes on number 3 Dickinson Trinity. And number 4, Langdon Edmore Munich takes on, or is at Park River for Region 1 11A football. Top 5 teams in around the area region tonight here in Region 1. Class B 9-man. We have number 2, Sargent County. The Bulldogs, great rivalry past years between the Broncos and the Bulldogs. Bulldogs moving down to the 9-man ranks. Ranked number 2 in the state. They take on Hakinson tonight. Enderlin takes on Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Lemoore Litchville Marion versus North Prairie. And number 4, top 5 team here, South Border. The Mustangs versus Linton HMB. And number 1, New Salem is at Henninger County. Here, Region 1 standings. Kindred High School, the only undefeated team here in Region 1, sitting at 4-0 overall. Centre Cass at 3-1, picking up that big victory for the Centre Cass Squirrels. And coming into those state playoff implications, and maybe able to host a home game. But Centre Cass now with the 3-1 record. Lisbon High School at 3-1. They have won games over Northern Cass, Hillsborough Central Valley, and EEK with that loss to Centre Cass for the lone loss of the season. And Oaks High School sitting at 2-1. They are 3-1 overall with lone loss of the season to Central Cass in that opening game of the year. Or excuse me, that second game of the year. Lost that one, I believe, was either 6 or 7-0. Must have been 6-0. They have wins over EK, Hillsborough Central Valley, and Oak Grove for that 3-1 overall record, 2-1 in Region 1. Then EK sitting at 2-2 and 3-2 overall, with losses to Oaks and Lisbon, wins over Northern Cass, Mayport, and Bottineau. So picking up that win over Bottineau last week is the EEK, flexing some Region 1 muscle. Another Region 1, Region 2 matchup last week between EEK Thunder and Bottineau, with EEK coming out on top. This Region 2 matchup, Carrington, or Region 1 and Region 2 matchup, Carrington and Lisbon. The Broncos up 26-13 as we start this second quarter. Or excuse me, start this second half of play. The Broncos receiving in the second half to open things up. That kick is away. Taken by the Broncos. As Mike Nelson gets across the 30 to the 35-yard line for Nelson. So Otto on the stop for the Carrington Cardinals.
There's a first and 10 for the Broncos at the 35-yard line.
And number 5 for the Cardinal, Tate Wolski. So I have to remember that name in the game, playing a lot of defense for the Carrington Cardinals here in the outside linebacker position. Wolski, another name if you're involved with Class B wrestling. A little equipment malfunction out there on the field. Officials giving some time to get that buckled back up there. Like Mike Nelson. Here on the near side. Olson under center. Split backs, Opp and Nelson. That handoff to Opp up the middle, finding some running room across the 40-yard line is Cameron Opp. Opening things up for the Broncos. Pick up 5 yards on that carry.
On the tackle.
So Opp was 74 yards in that first half, rushing on the ground.
2nd and 4 for the Broncos.
Also with 13 yards receiving. Give him 87 all-purpose yards. He said fuzzy math here, nothing official, no official stats here from Bronco Stadium. And we have offside movement by the Broncos. Look, that Cardinals jump first. One of the Bronco players.
False start on the Broncos.
They flagged with that false start on that far side. Look like number 54 for the Broncos. Parker Tapson flagged with that false start. The Broncos now 4 penalties in the game. It was 2nd and 5, now 2nd and 9. Nelson gets a couple of those yards back. McCade Zink with the stop for the Cardinals. Brings up about a 3rd and 7. Give Nelson 2 yards on that.
3rd and 7 for the Broncos.
And Nelson with 51 yards rushing in the first half, 2 touchdowns on the ground. And Olsen drops back to pass, has Ranke, far sideline, he's caught and brought down. That's some forward progress there. He did catch that in front of the take spot as a first down for the Broncos.
That spot's good enough for a Lisbon Bronco first down.
Ranke finding some room over there on that far side, settles in and just on the backside of the change, picks up the first down for the Broncos now, 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line. Give Ranke 8 on that reception. And met immediately. Now with some running down that far line, that's Bittner, Jordan Bittner, finding some running room, kind of wing back formation.
Jordan Bittner
lost everything in the traffic there, but Bittner find a daylight, brings the ball across the 35 down to the 30-yard line of the Carrington Cardinals. A 24-yard run for Bittner. And adding out of my rushers here. Number 7, Jordan Bittner, the sophomore. Back to passes. Olsen with some pressure up the middle, being chased. He's got to get rid of it. It throws it here to the near side, making a diving catch, and it was almost caught. A diving Blaze Ranke. Olsen wisely gets rid of that ball, throws it over by Ranke.
10 for the Broncos.
A lot of pressure by the Cardinals on that, sent to everybody, that whole front line chasing Wyatt Olsen. Now 2nd and 10, ball on the 30, or Carrington Cardinal 30-yard line. At 9:15 to go, Broncos opened up the second half of play, receiving the kickoff, marching down the field, 2nd and 10 from the 30. Olsen has Nelson to the far side, handoff to Nelson. Now ball pops loose and it's on the ground, and Cardinals look like they recovered it. Jordan Bittner may have just saved a turnover for the Broncos.
Fumble the play, recovered by Jordan Bittner.
Corbin Clifton had piled on it. But Bittner came in right after Clifton fell on the ball, was able to grab it away, helping the Broncos out. There'll be a loss of yardage there. Broncos retain possession now. 3rd and long for the Broncos. Backed up 7 yards. 8 yards, so loss of 8. Fumble on that exchange between Nelson and Olsen. Olsen looked like he wanted to keep it. Nelson tried grabbing onto it. Taking it with him. Ball pops out. Broncos recover. And Olsen dropping back, looking for Ranke. Has Ranke here near sideline. It's caught by Ranke. He's out of bounds. We're getting back to the original line of scrimmages. Blaze Ranke for 4th down and 10. Give Ranke 8 yards on the completion. So another 8-yard completion. Now 16 in the second half. 91 yards receiving for Blaze Ranke, unofficially. Zoom out just a little. And man in motion, 4th and 10. Ranke going down that sideline. A little draw by Olsen, trying to find some positive yards. Cross the 30, brought down. A change of possession here.
Jungles on the tackle.
The Cardinals able to hold, force the turnover on downs for the Broncos. So turnover on downs by the Broncos. Cardinals take over at their own 28-yard line. Olsen with that quarterback draw picked up a couple yards. And turnover on downs. Cardinals take over. And Bickett under center. That handoff and going down the middle is Clifton. 30, 20, 10. Not able to catch him, taking it to the end zone for the Carrington Cardinals, and touchdown is Corbin Clifton. A little counter play ran by the Carrington Cardinals. Clifton takes it here to the near sideline. Fooled everybody on the defensive side of the Broncos, including our announcer up here in the booth. Good play by Corbin Clifton and the Carrington Cardinals, scoring here in the second half at the 8:04 mark. A 70-yard rush for Corbin Clifton. And a touchdown. First rush of the game. Goes for a big one, 70 yards, extra point. And that is up and good.
Kick is good.
Yeah, Bank North scoreboard, that touchdown, an extra point. Now 26-20. A one-score game from Bronco Stadium. Watching YourLiveEvent.com. Back in 30 seconds.
At Olson Accounting, they tackle it all with a variety of services to help your business, from payroll, audit, strategic planning, and taxes. Plus, they'll protect your individual financial and retirement planning like an offensive line working together to protect the quarterback on the field. Let the team at Olson Accounting help you in your business or farm operation by visiting colsoncpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olson Accounting of Lisbon.
Hey, back live from Bronco Stadium. Corbin Clifton takes the 70 yards on the ground on a little counter play by the Carrington Cardinals. Make it a one-score game here at Bronco Stadium. The Broncos a little flat-footed coming off of that touchdown. Sucked some air out of the Bronco Stadium here at the 8:04 mark of this third quarter. That kickoff line drive taken by Nelson, able to kind of corral that across the 20, now 25, looking for some running room up the middle, goes to the 30 and stops short of the 30-yard line. Electing to kick that away from Seamus Kelly. Kelly coming up with a couple big returns in that first half, now kicking to Mike Nelson on this near side. At the 7:56 mark, this third quarter, 26-20 Bronco lead in Bank North scoreboard. The Broncos opened up the second half, marched all the way down to the 30-yard line. Came up with a 4th and 10, not able to convert, turned over to on downs to the Cardinals. Cardinals take it 70 yards on a run by Corbin Clifton for the touchdown, 26-20 score. That run up the middle for little to no gain. Cam Opp, give him a yard on that carry. A tough yard for a Cam Opp. Opp with 80 yards rushing for the Broncos. Olson brings it back up under center. Has an I formation. Wing back there is Bittner. They're wrapped up and pushed back. This Cam out by the Cardinals. They're wrapped up. A little shoving going on. They're getting a little punchy here on the near sideline. Like Otto on the stop. Otto credited with the stop. The Cardinal sidelines over there, hooting and hollering, closing that gap within one score. The 6:47 mark. Now 3rd and 8 for the Broncos. A reverse. Here's Bittner trying to cut the corner. Grabbing horse collar, ripped down by his jersey. Nothing, no flag on the play. Bittner grabbed by his jersey from the backside, ripped down to the ground. Now 4th down, loss of 2 yards. The loss of 2 on that rush by Bittner. Now 4th down, Broncos. First punt of the game.
Back to kick.
So Cam Opp with the punting duties for the Broncos. One thing the Broncos struggled with is their punting. Opp gets it away, low line drive, is going to let it hit. That's taken across almost to the 50-yard line by Greedy Shipman. Shipman picks it up on the short hop, takes it up just short of the 50-yard line. Cardinals start in great field position. The 5:47 mark of the third quarter. Second possession, second half for the Broncos, struggling, backed up. 4th and 10, forced to punt it away. Cardinals start at their own 48-yard line. Bickett under center, going to roll out. Has that hand, same trap play here to Clifton. And Clifton finding some running room. Gets it across the 50 to the 40-yard line. About a 13-yard gain. 13-yard gain for Clifton. Clifton now with 83 yards on the ground. The Cardinals finding a play working on the Broncos right now with that little trap play to Clifton as a pitch. And running it back, same play here, back to Clifton. Clifton brought down, wrapped up, keeps those legs turning. They gain him about 4 yards for Corbin Clifton. Give him a gain of 3 for Clifton. Brings up
second down 7.
Second and 7. So 86 yards rushing for Corbin Clifton. A junior tailback. Wenninger right now not in the game. If he is. That's given run to the outside and wrapped up and cut down by Jaden Bittner and Mike Nelson. That was McCade Zink. Tried to cut it to the outside with Bittner, Nelson with the stop. Now 3rd down and 5. Gain of 2 yards for Shipman. And Shipman unofficially with 13 yards rushing in the game. And bringing him up. And Bickett under center. Little pitch option here. Trying to run that triple option. And wrapped up is Leininger by the Broncos.
Tapson Luke to the stop for the Broncos.
So Tapp and Parker Tapson coming through for the Broncos. It backs him up. A loss of 4 yards. Now 4th and 9. Decision time for Coach Smith's Carrington Cardinals. 4th and 9. Ball is on the 40-yard line. And get ready for the razzle-dazzle, pulling something from out of the playbook here on this 4th and long from their own 40-yard, from the Bronco 40-yard line. The Carrington Cardinals down 26-20. That Bickett shotgun is going to look downfield. That trips on the right side. That ball is blocked, deflected, and almost intercepted, but it'll be a turnover on downs.
Hit by Atchison.
Tyreek Atchison coming through for the Broncos. Gets a hand on the ball, knocks it down. Broncos take over at the 40-yard, their own 40-yard line for the Lisbon Broncos. So Tyreek Atchison coming in, number 12, and out of the lineup. First few weeks of the season, making his presence known tonight. A speed guy on the outside. Broncos take over at the 3:03 mark of this third quarter. Ranky in motion. Olsen's going to keep it, has blocker, leading him through the hole, finds some room on the right side. Brought down short of the 50-yard line, but 9-yard gain for Wyatt Olsen.
Stopped by Bickett.
27 yards rushing in the game now for Wyatt Olsen.
One to go for the Broncos.
So 2nd and short. Ball on the Broncos' 49-yard line. The shotgun man in motion is Ranke. The pitch to Ranke. He's going to cut it upfield. Gets across. Close to the first down is Blaze Ranke. May have to get the chains out for that. No signal. Just short of the first down. Now 3rd and short.
Brings a 3rd and short for the Broncos.
Oh, about that spot, looked like Ranke was over that 50-yard line. Officials back it up a half a football length. A half-yard gain on that for Ranke. The Broncos, the Rams up front can get the job done. The Broncos is split backs under center at handoff to Nelson. Or excuse me, to Op. And that cross-buck play comes here to the near side. And first down for the Broncos, across the 50 to the 45-yard line. I'll give you Op a 6-yard gain. $86 yards on the ground for Cameron Opp. Broncos now marching down the field. Minute 25 to go in this 3rd quarter. Bank North scoreboard, 26-21 score lead for the Broncos. Give him to Nelson. Nelson, little counter move. Still on his feet and moving. A gain of about 5 yards. Give him 4 yards on the ground on that run for Mike Nelson.
Nelson on the carry. Gain of 4, but it's 2nd down and 6.
Hey, Brock Jungles just missed catching Mike Nelson on the backside. Bringing him down there for a loss. Nelson able to keep those feet moving. Just gave him 4 yards for Mike Nelson. So 59 yards on the ground for Mike Nelson. Unofficially, the split backs. A hard count by Wyatt Olson. We do have some movement. We're going to see who jumps. So defense charged with the offsides.
Encroachment on the Cardinals.
Clifton called with the offsides. Moves the Broncos up now 2nd and short. 2nd and 1 for the Broncos with that hard count by Wyatt Olson. And run here to the near side and all wrapped up in a little forward progress with Cam Opp able to get across the 35 to about the 32-yard line for a first down.
8 yards is good enough for a Lisbon Bronco first down.
Give up 3 more yards.
At the end of the 4th quarter.
So that's 3rd of the quarter concludes here from Broncos Stadium. Broncos driving down the field. Lisbon leads this one by a score of 26-20 at the end of the 3rd quarter. Bank North scoreboard. We'll be back for our 4th quarter play after timeout and a word from our sponsors.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
And we return to Broncos Stadium, home of the Lisbon Broncos. Yeah, flip the field here for this 3rd quarter plays. Broncos driving down the field. 1st and 10 from their 33-yard line, from the Carrington Cardinal 33-yard line. And a slugfest back and forth in that first half. The Broncos had a 26-13 lead going into halftime. Still looking for that first score of the second half. Cardinals putting the first points the second half on the scoreboard with that 70-yard touchdown run by Corbin Clifton. Extra point was good, closing this thing up within one score, or one touchdown.
33-yard line.
The final 12 minutes here. of the game. And Olsen under center. And wrapped up, drop maybe for a loss. Looked like Cam up, met by a host of the Cardinals there on that near side or left side of the line. The Jungle's credited with the sack or with the tackle on op. Also Newmiller over there. That quarter updated here in the fourth quarter, 11:30 mark. Gave op a 1-yard gain. Be an official 1-yard gain. And Olsen under center, split backs. Olsen's going to bootleg it out, has a blocker. Olsen with some big room down the sideline, has a blocker, wing back out there, and wrapped up
Olsen on the keeper
by Tate Wolski. Big gain for Wyatt Olsen on the quarterback keeper.
First down.
Runs around here to the near side. Bronco first down. Gets it inside the Cardinal 10-yard line, at the Cardinal 10-yard line. So a 22-yard gain for Wyatt Olsen. A 49-yard total rushing for Wyatt Olsen. Nelson tried to cut back there, put the brakes on.
Nelson on the carry.
And Cleats just didn't get grip the ground there. Throttled once he hit his brakes and pushed back.
Second down, goal.
So second and goal. Now I'll give him a loss of a yard. Ball spotted on the 11-yard line for Mike Nelson. 1-yard loss on that carry. And Broncos now in the I formation. And Olsen under center. Going to keep it, looking for some running room. The quarterback calls his own number and chased down and hit on that far sideline. Tate Wolski over there making that initial hit. The Olsen rolls out, calls his own number on it, pulls it down. And Broncos. Third and goal. Now a ball spotted on the 15-yard line. Olsen losing 4 yards. Previous play, Nelson lost the yard. Now 3rd and 15. Second time Broncos push deep into that Cardinal territory. And Broncos call a timeout. The coach walking on the field didn't have a timeout called yet. The Broncos with that timeout. Bank North scoreboard leads this one 26-20. We're back in 30 seconds.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
Hey, returning back here to Bronco Stadium, home of the Lisbon Broncos. Broncos had a 1st and goal, ball at the 10-yard line of the Cardinals. 2 consecutive run plays. And Mike Nelson up the middle on a bootleg by Wyatt Olsen, resulting in negative yardage. Now 3rd and 15, or a 3rd and goal situation from the 15-yard line. Yeah, split back. Olsen rolls out, looking for a receiver. Pressure on the backside. Olsen able to step away. Has to get rid of it and keeps it. And brought down for no gain
Olsen on the scramble
is Wyatt Olsen. Once again, the Cardinals bringing the house.
Brings a 4th down for the Broncos.
That defensive line finding some room up there through the lanes. Chase down. Wyatt Olsen brings up 4th and 20. So loss of 5 yards for Wyatt Olsen. A 4th and 20. Broncos were deep inside Cardinal territory. 1st and 10. 1st and goal. Olsen drops back. Pressure once again, looking for a receiver. Gets rid of the ball. Dangerous pass through the middle. Ill-advised pass by Wyatt Olsen. Intercepted by the Cardinals and brought back. And actually might be a 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line instead of a 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. So ball spotted on the 23, so 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 on the 23-yard line.
The Cardinals able to hold the Broncos out of the end zone the last 2 possessions. Broncos turn it over. Interception by Wyatt Olsen. Bickett looking for the home run ball. Has a receiver near sideline, up and batted away. Great defense by Jaden Bittner. Bittner goes down, hit the ground hard. Bittner running with Clifton. And also Wyatt Olsen there with the Broncos. Gets a hand on it, knocks away. So going for the throat right away on that are the Cardinals. Well defended by Jaden Bittner. Reminiscent of some Coach Kravachka and the Langdon Edmore Munich football team coming down here for some fair games or some games, early season games during the fair. The first play of the game, they like to pull that out, send a receiver down the middle of the field and hit that pass and put that foot on your throat right away, and tackled down and brought down to the Broncos. Like number 52 getting back there for the Lisbon Broncos.
Hunter Lukes on the sack for the Broncos. Brings up 3rd and long.
Hunter Lukes
for the Cardinals.
And Aiden Hinkle back there. Lukes credited with the sack for the Broncos. So now 3rd and 10, 3rd and long. This should be about a 3rd and 20. Yeah, 3rd and 10, ball on the 21, ball's on about the 15-yard line. Well, 3rd and long. And Bickett rolls out, being chased. Has a man here near side and broken up. Great defensive play there. Well, good coverage by the Broncos.
Broken up by Lincoln Adair.
And Lincoln Adair with the pass protection and ball batted away.
Brings up 4th and long for the Cardinals.
The Broncos not rolling over. Another great play there defensively by the Broncos. Lincoln Adair laying it out, blocks that ball or bats that ball away. Like that pass was intended for Jackson Schaefer.
Ranky back to receive for the Broncos.
Oh,
Shipman and punt
backed up deep in their own territory. Down to a 1-score game. Bank North scoreboard here in the 4th quarter at the 7:14 mark. 77 comes on the field. Drew Matt. I mean, it looks like we have a timeout or we're at a whistle. So timeout by the Carrington Cardinals. Didn't have enough players on the field. So with that timeout, we'll take our own 30-second here from Broncos Stadium. Bank North scoreboard. Lisbon's up 26-20. Back in 30 seconds.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
From on-site farm repairs to maintaining the condition of your vehicle, trust the staff at Welton's Tire Service. They've served the Lisbon area since 1972, guaranteeing...
And that punt is away high. Punt comes up short of the 40-yard line, takes a Bronco bounce. That ball is down by the Cardinals. The Lisbon Broncos, great field position.
39-yard line.
Here at the 7:06 mark. take over at the Cardinal 36-yard line. 34-yard line. And Broncos pinning the Cardinals back deep in their own territory, forced to punt. Carrington with the only points in the second half. Corbin Clifton, 70-yard touchdown run. And extra point. Broncos send a man in motion. That's Blaze Ranke. Shotgun formation for Olsen. Gives to Nelson. Nelson not finding any room on that right side. And wrapped up and dropped for a loss. Defensive line for the Cardinals winning that battle up front early on. Looks like the Broncos able to find or open those holes for the running backs. But late in the game here, conditioning, they're playing a little factor into it. Down in the trenches. Right now, winning their battle being won by Carrington Cardinals. Well, Nelson, couple negative yard runs in a row. And loss of one on the play. Quarterback draw up the middle. No, Olsen wrapped up and dropped. About a 4-yard gain for Olsen. Olsen getting up a little soft on the feet, trying to stretch it out.
Brings it 3rd and 7 for the Broncos.
3rd and 7. 4-yard gain for Wyatt Olsen. First positive yard run of the last 5 attempts for the Broncos. A shotgun formation. Olsen has a receiver coming across the middle. It throws just behind intended receiver Jaden Bittner.
4th down.
Had Ranke and Bittner on that far side. Now 4th and 7. Broncos right now out of sync and out of rhythm on the offensive side of the ball. Defense keeping in the game here at 5:36 mark of our of our fourth quarter. The Broncos convert here. They can run that clock down. Big down here for the Carrington Cardinals. Dropping back as Olsen has a man, and Olsen hurries the pass up. He had some time there. Throws it into the dirt.
Pass intended for Bittner. Turnover on down.
Looks like it was for Bittner or Ranke. It looked like it was for Ranke. I think Olsen just didn't have good grip on that ball. Kind of shot put throw to his receiver. Throws it into the dirt. Now Cardinals take over our 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line. Bickett brings them back up. 5:33 mark of this fourth quarter. And Bickett drops back. Has Weninger on the far side, and that's almost intercepted out of the hands of Trent Smetson on that far side.
Pressure by Atchison.
The clock stops, 5:28, fourth quarter. Bickett up under center. It trips in the backfield. That handoff is to Weninger around the far side, not finding much running room around that left end.
Weninger on the carry.
Maybe a gain of 1. Aiden Hinkle credited with the tackle, giving a game of 2. So give him a 3rd and 8. Weninger finding some tough yards on the ground. 2 yards rushing in this second half. And bottled up for losses in that first half of play, bringing him around negative yards for rushing. And Bickett drops back, has a man here on the near side, gets rid of it, and goes down. Feet gets tangled up. The receiver was already falling down for Grady Shipman. So Grady Shipman looking for the flag. But Shipman was falling down before that ball was delivered. He just kind of lost his footing out there. Receiver right there with him stride for stride. Have to go back, take a look at the replay. Get with our replay man here. Which we don't have, so you're going to have to go back and rewind it at home and take a look.
Timeout, Carrington.
That is timeout by the Carrington Cardinals. Now 4th and 7 here from Bronco Stadium. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com. Coach announcer that guy, Brent Dick, along with cameraman Riley Lucina. Back in 30 seconds.
And workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hey, back here for this 4th and 7 by the Carrington Cardinals. The Cardinals opting to go for it. It was decision time for Coach Smith, calls a timeout. And back here on 4th and 7, Bronco crowd getting into a high snap. Bickett looking, has a man deep. Ranke on the defense, goes up, turns around, and he's flagged for a call by Blaze Ranke. Blaze Ranke draws the flag.
Flag on the play.
Ranke gets turned around. Makes a play, or what you'd say was a play for the ball, but the flag is thrown, so second pass interference call on the Broncos tonight.
Pass interference on the Broncos.
Well, fans getting into this. 4th and 7. Pass interference called on the Broncos, brings the ball out to midfield. And Bickett hands it off. The far side still with his feet turning. And brought down just short of the first down. It's Corbin Clifton. Another flag on the play. Let's see what this flag is by the officials. Back-to-back flags. This one is on the Broncos. Personal foul on the Lisbon Broncos. The Broncos, they said something or did something out there, down that personal foul. That moves the ball down. Yeah, the 4th and 7. Now it's 1st and 10 from the Bronco 27-yard line for the Carrington Cardinals. Now 4:22 to go in this 4th quarter. Region 2 Cardinals on the march. Winninger drops back, looking for a receiver, throws her to the near side. That pass is incomplete to Shipman.
Flag on the play.
Another flag on the play, this time holding on the Cardinals. The Broncos are bringing the blitz. Cardinals called with the hold. Might be the Cardinals' first penalty of this second half. I have them for defensive offside, a couple offensive offside, holding here in the second half. So first penalty, I believe, of the second half for the Cardinals. The Broncos racking up a few penalties in this game. 2 pass interference and too unsportsmanlike. I mean, as a whistle, and now I think we have another offsides by the Broncos. I think it's kind of getting out of control here on the field now. And offsides by the Broncos draws another flag.
Brings up 1st and 15 for the Cardinals.
1st and 15 for the Cardinals. Was a 1st and 20. Down to 4:12 to go in this fourth quarter. The Broncos, a little hard count by the Josh Bickett, the quarterback, the junior quarterback. And Bickett drops back to pass. Broncos bring it. It steps up, then wrapped up and sacked for a loss by the Broncos. Back across the 35 to the 36-yard line. So Bickett dropped for a loss.
Brings up 2nd down and long for the Cardinals.
A 2nd and 20 for the Cardinals. So now back to that 2nd and 20. Clock continues to run down to 3:40. Three more downs for the Cardinals, including this one here. And then back there, and Atchison gets back there and sacks Bickett for another loss. Brings him down on the 46-yard lines for Tyreek Atchison.
That brings up 3rd and long for the Cardinals.
So brings up a 3rd down, 3rd and 30. And Bickett, now Atchison brings it in. Bickett steps up, has a man. We have a flag in the backfield. Carrington, a block to the back as Atchison, along with another Bronco, found penetration with that blitz. A block to the back. Move the chains back another 10 yards. And now like a number 74 for the Broncos also. So we have offsetting penalties.
Penalty decline, 4th down for the Cardinals.
So 4th down, I guess that wasn't. I thought it was a block to the back, but now 4th and 30. Oh, 4th and 15. So marked it off, 15 yards, 4th and 15. Could be the game here, folks, 2:28. That's a halfback. Kind of flea flicker passer, looking for his receiver, and caught at the 1st down marker by the Carrington Cardinals. McCade Zink. McCade Zink with the reception down to the 15-yard line of the Broncos. The Broncos shooting themselves in the foot with these penalties. Would have been a 4th and 30. Brings us to 4th and 15. Cardinals convert on that pass. Gives Zink 20 on the reception. Zink was 69 yards, coming up a couple big receptions for the Cardinals. And Bickett back to pass, has a man, double move to the corner, and up and caught. And it is good. Touchdown for the Cardinals. A corner route to Shipman. That ties it up 26-all at the 151 mark. The fourth quarter. The Cardinals have that extra point. So far, so good on their extra points tonight. They're all tied up, 151. Extra point attempt. And that's up and good. So Cardinals take their first lead of this game, 27-26. Here in the fourth quarter at the 1:51 mark. And we'll take a 30-second timeout here from Broncos Stadium. Be back for this last minute and 51 seconds of our fourth quarter.
The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters is a group of parents, coaches, and community members whose mission is to enrich the Lisbon High School athletic community by providing financial support for Lisbon High School athletic programs and events. If you are interested in getting involved, they invite you to join the Bronco Athletic Booster Group on Facebook to learn more. The Lisbon Athletic Boosters send a good luck wish to all athletes competing today.
Back here for this kickoff after that touchdown and extra point by the Carrington Cardinals. 1:51 remaining in the fourth quarter. Broncos with a series of penalties in the second half of play. A line drive. Kick taken here by Bittner. Bittner looking for some room on the far side. Kind of hesitates. And brought down at the 35-yard line. A minute 47 remaining. Broncos down by 1. Cardinals up 27-26 on your Bank North scoreboard. And looking for some candidates for Enbridge Energy Player of the Game and RDK Enterprises Precision Players of the Game. And Olsen's going to swing the pass out. How's Ranky? Ranky on the far sideline, gets close to the out-of-bounds marker, picks up a first down for the Broncos. Clock stops at a minute 39. The Broncos have to run this 2-minute drill, or call it the under 2-minute drill, down to a minute 39 to go. Moves the chains. First down for the Broncos, the 45-yard line. Excuse me, just shy here at their own 44-yard line. A shotgun formation for Olsen. Olsen looking. Going to step up, find some pressure. He's going to run it. Olsen's going to keep it, has some running room. Heading for the out of bounds. It pushed out of bounds. Crossed the 50 down to 46-yard line. Maybe just short of the sticks. Gets across the 50, so it is a first down for Wyatt Olsen and the Lisbon Broncos. Broncos clock stopped down to minute 29. Things heated up here in the second half of play. Last 2 minutes. Has a receiver out to the far sideline. Caught by Ranky. Brought down. Broncos have to call a timeout. Down to minute 20. Not electing to call the timeout. Oh, there is a flag. A flag on the play. The Broncos hurry up to the line down to a minute 6. Ball at the 40-yard line, 2nd and 5. And Olsen has Ranky. That ball overthrown. Ranky broke open here on the near sideline. That stops the clock with 53 seconds remaining. The Broncos lost 23 seconds after that play. The reception by Ranky brought down in bounds. So now 3rd and 5. Ball on the Cardinal 40-yard line. And Nelson just off to the near side. Olsen shotgun, drops back, steps up, has some pressure. Olsen going to keep it, heading for the sidelines. Olsen trying to get out of bounds and does. Stops the clock and slides. Baseball slides out of bounds. Go short of the first down. No, give him the first down here for Wyatt Olson. Stopping the clock and another first down for the Lisbon Broncos. Still some life left in the Broncos here with 43 seconds remaining. Olson, a 5-yard gain. Down to 43 seconds. Final 43 seconds of the game. Wyatt Olson, shotgun, has Nelson there for some pass protection. Some pressure, steps away from the tackler, and we have a penalty. We'll find out what this penalty is. Is it holding on the Broncos? We'll find out. Helmet maybe came off out there on one of the Cardinal players. Look, it's going against the Broncos. Wait for the official's decision. First and 10 from the 35. Oh. So I guess it was on the Cardinals. Not really sure. The official is hollering something over there to the sidelines. I don't know what the official ruling on that one is, but it moves the chains for the Broncos. Automatic first down. Down to 36.
Broncos have a first down.
Down to 36 seconds remaining. So the Broncos, some help from Olson on his feet and a penalty by the Cardinals.
First and 10 at 21-yard line.
Down to 36 seconds. Region 1 versus Region 2. 1 point lead for the Cardinals on your Bank North scoreboard. Olson under center, or in the shotgun. Nelson to the near side. Olson's going to draw a keeper up the middle. Olson not a run room, has a blocker. Down to the 10, the 5, and he's brought down. Down to 27 seconds. Timeout by the Broncos. Nothing. That's fine. The Broncos call a timeout. Olson with the draw play. Gets it down to about the 10-yard line. Across the 10. We'll have first and goal coming up for the Broncos with 27 seconds. We'll step away for a 30-second timeout.
I'm confident on and off the field. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nb.gov/confident.
I'm Doug Gray. I'm confident during the performance and when it's time for college. I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio.
Hey, back here, Broncos Stadium, last 27 seconds. Broncos on the 5-yard line. First and goal for the Lisbon Broncos. That ball mishandled. Olson's going to pick it up. Olson with some running room, crosses. Then we have a penalty.
Flag on the play.
A flag on the play as Olson. Looked like he got across the goal line, but we do have a flag on the play. It's a holding on the Broncos. So the Broncos, Olson gets across the goal line, but we have a hold call. Backs the Broncos up once again. That's been the name of the game or the story for the Lisbon Broncos in the second half, is marred by penalties. Backs them up. Now to the 15-yard line.
First and goal for the Broncos.
So first and goal from the 15. Ball was on the 5-yard line. Olson, another low snap for Lisbon. Olson's going to roll out, has some running room down the sideline, has a block, and out of bounds is Wyatt Olson. Gets across the 10, back to the original line of scrimmage. Down to 10 seconds. 10 seconds on the clock. Maybe 2 plays left here for the Broncos.
Second down for the Broncos.
Ball back to the original line of scrimmage, down 2nd and 5. Olson shotgun, has Nelson here to the far side. Olson's going to keep it, goes up the middle, And Olsen just short. Got to get that timeout called here. Down to 5, 4, 3. Gets the clock stopped with 3.5 seconds.
Olsen on the carry.
So even after the whistles, that clock still ticked off 2 seconds. It took them a couple seconds to get that timeout called. 3.5 seconds left. 3rd and 1. Ball is on the 1-yard line for the Broncos. Big down here. 3.5 seconds remaining. 3rd and 1 here. Bank North scoreboard. 27-26. Carrington Cardinals with the lead. We're back in 30 seconds.
Regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
All right, back here. Timeout by the Broncos. We call it the do or die situation. 3rd and 1, 3.5 seconds left. Last play of the game. Broncos put it in. They win. Cardinals keep them out of the end zone. They walk away with the 1-point victory here from Broncos Stadium. Crowd urging on, the home crowd here urging on their team. See the Rams up front. Who wins this battle between the Cardinals and the Broncos? They push. And he gets in. We have no signal yet. And it's touchdown, Broncos! The Broncos win the game. 1-yard touchdown run. Quarterback keeper by Wyatt Olsen. And the Lisbon Broncos, they went 32-27 here at Broncos Stadium. That's the game, folks. Broncos win 32-27. We'll be back here at Broncos Stadium to wrap this one up. Get our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game and RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game. The Broncos win this one 32-27.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
When you choose Farmers Union Insurance, you're backed by an insurance policy provider that meets your specific requirements. At Farmers Union Insurance, Lance Gullison Agency, they offer reliable insurance policies from homeowners, farm and ranch, contractors, small businesses, and more. Let the staff at Lance Gullison Agency take care of you today. For more information, stop into their office on Main Street in Lisbon or email lance.gullison@fumic.com.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good citizens from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful and innovative opportunities for our students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbonpublicschools.com.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in North Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the NDHSAA and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com. At Olson Accounting, they tackle it all with a variety of services to help your business, from payroll, audit, strategic planning, and taxes. Plus, they'll protect your individual financial and retirement planning like an offensive line working together to protect the quarterback on the field. Let the team at Olson Accounting help you in your business or farm operation by visiting colsoncpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olson Accounting of Lisbon.
Hey, welcome back to Bronco Stadium, where your Lisbon Broncos pull out the victory here tonight. 32-27 in dramatic fashion. Last minute, no time on the clock. 1-yard touchdown run by Wyatt Olson. Olson also injured on the play, so went down on the field after that run. The trainer's over here looking at his ankle, maybe a high ankle sprain here for Wyatt Olson. Olson also, if you remember last year during that Hillsborough Central Valley game, he taken out with a hard hit on that far sideline as he's running down the field. Taken out of that game as well in that playoff game up at Hillsborough Central Valley last year. So Olson with the 1-yard touchdown run seals the win for the Broncos. They win this one on the Bank North scoreboard 32-27. That's your final score from Bronco Stadium. We'll see if we can get an update here on Wyatt Olson. But Olson, also our Enbridge Energy player of the game, putting the team on his back in that last drive and completing a pass there to Blaze Rankin, also doing it on his feet. He's carrying the team down the field and across the end zone for the win tonight. This Broncos win at 32-27. You're looking at your scoring. Starting off in the first quarter, Lisbon strikes first at the 8:53 mark on a Blaze Rankin 36-yard touchdown reception from Wyatt Olson. So Rankin-Olson connects and converts for 6 points in that first quarter. 2-point conversion, no good. Carrington on their second offensive possession answers back on a McCade Zink touchdown reception at the 6:26 mark of the first quarter. So Zink going for that one, a 49-yard touchdown reception for McCade Zink at the 6:26 mark in the first quarter. Lisbon, or I should say it was all Lisbon then, as Lisbon at the 3:45 mark on a Cam Opp 33-yard touchdown run in that first quarter. 2-point conversion, no good. And then at the 9:21 mark in the second quarter, Mike Nelson with a 13-yard touchdown run for the Lisbon Bronco. A 2-point conversion, no good. That was by Mike Nelson, 13-yard touchdown run at 9:21. Carrington Cardinals an answer back in the second quarter at the 7:07 mark with a 31-yard touchdown run by Logan Weninger. So Weninger picking up some yards on the ground there. Probably his longest carry of the game on that 31-yard touchdown. Well, maybe it was a reception. Yep, 31-yard touchdown reception. So scratch that. It was a touchdown reception pass from Josh Bickett to Weninger for a 20-yard TD reception, or excuse me, a 31-yard touchdown reception. That's the scoring for the Carrington Cardinals in that first half of play for their 13 points, also connecting on an extra point. for the Carrington Cardinals. We're going to step away for a 30-second timeout. We'll be back here, recap the Lisbon Broncos scoring and also go over some stats there. That was your first half of scoring. We'll be back here in 30 seconds.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
Hey, welcome back. You're at the cutaway trying to get some of our Enbridge Energy and RDK Enterprises players of the game up here. Just go back over your scoring there after that touchdown by the Carrington Cardinals in that second quarter. At the 4:59 mark, Lisbon answers back at the 4:59 mark in the second quarter with a 44-yard touchdown run by Mike Nelson. So Mike Nelson with 2 touchdowns in the first half, 2 touchdowns in the game for Mike Nelson, doing it on the ground, putting the Broncos up with the lead at halftime. A 26-13 lead the Broncos take into the second half. That second half of play, Broncos struggling on the offensive side of the ball, taking it deep, or I should say on the conversion side of the ball, not able to convert as they drove a couple times deep into Cardinal territory. Cardinals defense holding strong, keeping the Broncos out of the end zone, and they also moved it with a 1-score game in that third quarter for the Carrington Cardinals, as Corbin Clifton went for 70 yards, a 70-yard touchdown run in that third quarter at the 8:04 mark of the third quarter. So Corbin Clifton coming up big for the Cardinals, pulling them in within 1 score. That was a 26-20 lead for the Broncos at that time. Broncos once again would drive down the field, get to about a 1st and goal situation, not able to convert, held out of the end zone. We move into the fourth quarter, and a touchdown, 20-yard touchdown reception at the 1:51 mark of that fourth quarter from Josh Bickett to Grady Shipman put the Carrington Cardinals, or tied up the score 26 apiece at the 1:51 mark of the fourth quarter, and then a extra point put the Cardinals up 27-26. But the Lisbon Broncos running that under 2-minute drill, and like I said before, Wyatt Olson putting the team literally on his back, carrying the Broncos over the goal line and picking up the win tonight with that 1-yard touchdown run. With time expiring, is Wyatt Olson and Lisbon Broncos for your victory tonight, 32-27 over the Carrington Cardinals. So that is your final score, 32-27. Looking over some of your stats for the Broncos as far as rushing, Wyatt Olson with 65 yards on the ground. Put together that last series, he had runs of 4, 10, 5, 10, and 1 yard for that 1-yard touchdown run. So Wyatt Olson carrying the Broncos to victory tonight on that last series of downs and across the goal line for the win. Mike Nelson with 55 yards rushing. Cam Opp for the Broncos unofficially with 90 yards on the ground. And then also Jordan Bittner with 21 yards rushing for the Lisbon Broncos, receiving for a total of 231 yards rushing for the Lisbon Broncos. And on the receiving side, Blaze Ranke with 96 yards receiving with 106 yards receiving tonight for the Lisbon Broncos unofficially. Jordan Bittner with 15 yards receiving. Cam Opp with 13, and Mike Nelson with 5 yards for Lisbon's total of 166 yards unofficially receiving for the Lisbon Broncos. And your Carrington Cardinals on the offensive side as far as rushing, Broncos unable to find or able to stop that rushing attack. The senior Logan Wenninger and Corbin Clifton held him in check that first half and hold him to negative yards rushing in the first half of play. And Carrington finding some success with Corbin Clifton on a little counter play, takes a 70-yard touchdown run, and he's good for 86 total yards rushing in the game. And then Josh Bickett, I have him right now for negative yards rushing on the running side of the ball there. Negative yards for Josh Bickett. Receiving side, McCade Zink unofficially with 69 yards. Shipman with 31. Wenninger with 46. And Clifton, with Bickett with 40 yards on that flea flicker pass down the far sideline in that first half of play. And then also Schaefer with 30 yards receiving, unofficially for 176 yards receiving for the Carrington Cardinals. So that'll do it for our scoring and our stats. We'll be back here in 30 seconds with our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game and our RDK Enterprises Precision Players of the Game.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
From on-site farm repairs to maintaining the condition of your vehicle, trust the staff at Welton's Tire Service. They've served the Lisbon area since 1972, guaranteeing customers satisfaction and workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hey, welcome back here to Broncos Stadium. The Lisbon Broncos pick up the victory tonight, 32-27 over the Carrington Cardinals. I'm here with Tyreek Atchison. Tyreek, defensively for the Broncos, you came up with some big plays there, had a couple tackles for loss, and also a big quarterback sack here in the second half, holding those Carrington Cardinals out of the end zone, and then forcing a big, turnover on downs here, where your Bronco offensive line and offensive team was able to march down the field and pick up the win for you tonight. So what do you think this win means for the Broncos kind of going forward here as you guys headed into the last half of your Region 1 play?
Well, after the loss to Castleton, we were hungry. We had a 50-55-0, so we had to come out and really take it back.
Yeah, that loss to Castleton, pretty tough. Your coach Moss, mentioned that earlier pregame about how you guys kind of had a bad taste in your mouth. And I asked him, do you guys need to knock the rust off tonight, or are you ready to compete? And he said you guys are ready to compete. You came out here, fired up, put a couple touchdowns in the end zone right away, and came off to a fast start. So looking at that as far as defensively, kind of what were your keys to the game, that you guys had talked about beforehand that you brought in and were able to execute here tonight?
Carrington, we knew we were bigger than them. We know we were stronger. We knew we could move the line, so that's what we really focused on.
Okay, yep, that line play. So I guess I kind of see you as a speed rusher out there for the Broncos, and kind of a specialty spot or specialty position for you, and I look forward to seeing you here the rest of the season, and good luck.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Yep, thank you. That's our RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game, Tyreek Atchison, defensive specialist for the Lisbon Broncos. We're trying to get another Bronco up here. We had Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, Wyatt Olson. Olson hurt on that last offensive series as he scores the game-winning touchdown for the Broncos. So we'll see if we can get another offensive player up here for the Broncos. If not, we'll step away here for a 30-second timeout, come back and wrap this thing up.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
When you choose Farmers Union Insurance, you're backed by an insurance policy provider that meets your specific requirements. At Farmers Union Insurance, Lance Gullison Agency, they offer reliable insurance policies from homeowners, farm and ranch, contractors, small businesses, and more. Let the staff at Lance Gullison Agency take care of you today. For more information, stop into their office on Main Street in Lisbon or email lance.gullison@fumic.com.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends, and friends feel like...
Hey, welcome back to Broncos Stadium. Close this one out. The Broncos victorious tonight, 32-27, win it last second. Time expires. Touchdown by Wyatt Olson. He is your Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. So Wyatt Olson, your Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Life takes energy. Enbridge, energy for life. Enbridge.com for career opportunities. And talk a little bit about Wyatt Olson. That last series, he connected with a Blaze Ranke pass for 10 yards, and then after that, he did it all on his feet, kind of all alone there. Is scrambling and also running a couple bootlegs. Had a couple runs for 4, 10, 5, 10. And then that 1-yard touchdown run to close things out for the Lisbon Broncos. So your Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, Wyatt Olson for the Lisbon Broncos. Also Wyatt going down on that last series with an injury. Looked like a possible high ankle sprain. So sure Coach Moss and the Broncos will take a look at that, try to get him healthy and get him back in here as Broncos finish out their last half of the season in Region 1 play as they come back with a couple key games here, a couple key matchups here for their second half of the season in Region 1. So it looks like next week the Broncos will play Kindred, and that's here at home. And then on 5th of October they play Oak. So the Kindred Vikings, number 2 team in the state, sitting at 4-0. See how they did tonight, but they come in here next week to take on the Lisbon Broncos. And then a big game here. They probably likely determine the number 3 or number 4 team out of Region 1 between the Oaks Tornadoes and the Lisbon Broncos. That's also homecoming on the 5th of October. Just have to mention on the 29th of September here from Broncos Stadium, they'll also have their Hall of Fame recognition on the 29th of September. And then Broncos close out the season October 12th playing at Mayport CG. Your Carrington Cardinals followed the Broncos tonight 36-27. They close out their last half of the season September 29th with Harvey Willis County, Park River, and then Langdon, Edmore, Munich. Should be a great game there on the 12th of October. I know Langdon Edmore kind of took it to Carrington last year, but I'm sure Carrington, a little bitter taste in their mouth, didn't like the way that game went down. And much improved team, a lot of senior leadership there from Carrington as they came down this last stretch of the second half of the game and made a game out of it, pulling ahead here with a minute 51. Never giving up, always out there to compete. So the Carrington Cardinals walk away defeated tonight, but not out as far as Region 2 and looking for that playoff spot and representing Region 2 here for the postseason. So that'll do it here from Broncos Stadium. Broncos win tonight by a score of 32-27. We'll see you next week. Lisbon Broncos versus the Kindred Vikings. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com. I'm sports announcer Guy Brent Dick along with our cameraman Riley Lucina, and we'll see you next week.
Big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
The Lisbon Public School